football talk show that holds back nothing on opinions.
Straight shooting LJA.
Hi, I'm John Sitton.
Grassroots coach Manisha Taylor.
Hello, I'm Rob Perez.
The G-Man.
Samira Sawhney, Motivate Sports and Fitness.
Christian Carambeu.
Matt Hodgson, Director of the 4-Year Plan.
We the people, for the people. Jazzy Fizzle.
Your Monday night footballing fix.
Make sure you join the revolution.
The pitch is where we eat.
The pitch is where we sleep.
And the pitch is where we talk. Each and every Monday night of your lives.
At youtube.com/pitch talk.
For podcast links and information, check out our official website www.pitch-talk.com.
Hello, I'm Rob Perez.
Grassroots coach Manisha Taylor.
Christian Carambeu.
Matt Hodgson, Director of the 4-Year Plan.
Dave McLaughlin.
I'm Rob Lusher.
Andy Copeland from the Glennet Southern Amateur League.
Philip Wick, I'm CEO of 14.
Former chairman of Ibis FC.
Chairman of Alexandra Park FC.
And you're listening
And you're listening to Pitch Talk.
The only place to get your Monday night footballing fix.
Because the pitch is where we eat.
The pitch is where we sleep.
And the pitch is where we talk. Make sure you join the revolution, the football revolution.
Hi, I'm John Sitton, and I'm here with Gavin, Liam, and Gerald on Pitch Talk.
The football talk show that pulls no punches and holds back nothing on opinions.
Hello, I'm Rob Perez. My name is Christian Carambeu.
I'm grassroots coach Manisha Taylor.
Hi, I'm Matt Hodgson, Director of the 4-Year Plan, and you're listening to Pitch Talk, the only place to get your Monday night footballing fix.
Make sure you join the revolution.
The pitch is where we eat.
The pitch is where we sleep.
And the pitch is where we talk.
I'm Andy Copeland from the Glennet Southern Amateur League.
Philip Wick, I'm CEO of 14.
I'm Rob Lusher, former chairman of Ibis FC.
I'm Samira Sawhney, co-founder and co-director of Motivate Sports and Fitness.
And you're listening
to Pitch Talk.
I thought I'd just do a dramatic pause there before saying, yo, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, straight shooting LJA, the G-Man and Jazzy Fizzle, proudly, ever so proudly, bring to you your Monday night footballing fix, the football talk show that pulls no punches and holds back nothing. And yes, I do mean nothing on opinions, because the pitch is where we eat.
The pitch is where we sleep.
And the pitch is where we talk.
I'm glad that's pitch and not something else. But anyway,
goodness.
Consider what we were watching beforehand. Blocking.
You need Jesus. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my God.
I'm throwing it out there early, people. We're like, what, a hot minute into the show already?
It's one of them. All I can say is one of them. Some people may think I need Jesus, but what you need to do is join this footballing revolution. How, you may ask? You can join this footballing revolution by visiting www.pitch-talk.com, the official website of your Monday Night Footballing Fix. Catch up with every single thing Pitch Talk right there. Especially, you can catch our podcast at www.pitch-talk.com/podcasts. iTunes, Mixcloud, Podomatic, and Spreaker. But the podcasts go on the back burner right now because we are live. We are live as live can be. But you know what? Also, Facebook.com/Pitch Talk. Become a fan, become a friend, become a member of the group, join the footballing revolution. We are working so hard to create. MySpace.com/Pitch Talk, pitchtalk.blogspot.com or .co.uk. Either one will get you to our blogs, including blogs from yours truly, Straight Shooting LJA, including my straight shooting musings about the 2013-2014 season, my experience at Anfield for the first time this past season as well, also blogs from the G-Man about celebrity culture, and Jazzy Fizzle's blogs, including, I think, The Curious Case of Paul Pogba was one of your classics.
Yeah, it was.
Instant classics. And I'm not talking Christian Cage or Christian, but there we go.
I'm just saying, man. When you're this good, you're me.
I'm on to the EV.C. I'm just back looking like me. No. Oh, that stuff is mad. But also, that is actually tremendous to hear from Jamie Bailey. We'll come back to that in a second, actually. But also remember Facebook. You can also catch us on Twitter as well, at Pitch Talk on Twitter. Tweet with us, follow us, see what we're up to. We're on Google Plus too. Pitch Talk Live on Google Plus. Also, 07535 804 466 is the mobile number. Call us, text us, let us know your views. We're on Skype, of course. We got Skypers in the house, his house. It's one of them was. Skype, Pitch Talk 1. Add us, call us, let us know your views. We got a bunch of Skypers in the house this week. We've also got 2 brand new Skypers. It's one of them was. It is tremendoso, if that's even a word. I don't care whether it is or whether it isn't, baby, because we here to entertain the masses, to entertain and edutain the masses, baby, because we gotta get seasoned. We gotta just sprinkle a little football seasoning over the show, baby. Over the show, baby. But it's one of them ones. It's one of them ones. What is Jamie Bailey saying in the Skype chat? Have you noticed that as well? That's terrible. Oh my God. Jamie Bailey's already started with the jokes. It's tremendous. It's tremendous. It's one of them ones. We might have to start calling Jamie Two Men Bailey. We might have to start calling him Jamie Two Scripted Adlibs Bailey.
Oh, stop it.
It's one of them ones. Just like it was Gavin Two Scarves Henry on Saturday.
Yeah, 2 scarves. If you don't know, now you know.
Speaking of things in twos, there was no. I can't do that. I can't do that. All I will say is
no,
Gerald had a very good Saturday.
Come on.
Tiggs. On them was Tiggs.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing so much I'm crying already.
It's Tiggo, baby.
I'm just saying,
just shake it, baby.
We're only getting started, people. We're just warming right now. We're just warming up.
We're getting the blood pumping.
Oh my goodness.
Could go somewhere with that. Can't.
All I'm saying is this, right? Big T is gonna have a field day with the opening of the show.
Oh my God.
Normally he has to wait till the middle, but this week he's going from the open.
This sounded like Michael Barrymore. It's the top, the middle, and the bottom. He ain't got to wait for the middle. He ain't got to wait for the bottom, aka the end. We're doing it right from the top.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. But no, another person who had a very, very nice Saturday was, of course, the G-Man. Yeah. AKA 2 Scarves. You know what I mean? He was waving those things in the air.
2 scarves.
Wave your hands in the air and wave it like you just don't care. Wave them into place and slap someone in the face.
No.
I had nowhere to go with it.
No.
Could you tell? No scripted ad libs.
No, you rap as bad as 2 Chainz.
The only reason I actually know about 2 Chainz, I've heard the name once in Real Husbands of Hollywood. It was like, enter your mind of all thoughts. What are you thinking about? 2 Chainz! It's like that guy Lil Boosie. I only heard of him because of the Mike Epps joke. Triple cheese, lettuce to me, with the Rick Ross mockage after that. So it's one of them. I ain't even got a clue. It was a colored one. One wasn't a scarf. It was a colored ribbon. Oh, she wore a yellow ribbon. Oh, I get it.
No. I was not wearing no yellow ribbon. Never. Just saying.
Well, there you go, Mike. There's your answer.
Is that because of your feelings towards the fan group called She Wore a Yellow Ribbon?
And it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I was wearing 2 scarves. I was wearing an Arsenal official Wembley scarf, and then I was wearing a half and half. You know, send the respects out to Hull City who put up a great fight.
No, I heard that. How was your Saturday? Because we had a lot of fun on Wembley Way. We were filming again on Wembley Way, and that was a lot of fun. Firstly, I'd like to ask Mike Harneman, where were you, and Jamie Bailey, where were you? But it's one of them was. But the fact of the matter is, it's like we you know, we're gonna come back and ask the co-hosts how they are. But you know what? Yeah. First and foremost, Mike Harneman, where were you on Saturday? Because we were on Wembley Way. We were hoping we'd get you down. Down where? Down on Wembley Way. Not down there.
Yeah, I was actually watching it with my dad and my brother, who were both avid Hull fans for the day, just to be annoying, I think. But the first 8 minutes was a nightmare because my brother...
Oh, that was a beautiful thing.
Yeah, but for them maybe, for you maybe. For me it wasn't. It was horrible. I literally...
I'm surprised you didn't go and lock yourself in the room and start crying.
Up until Cazorla scored, I couldn't watch. From when Cazorla scored, I was pretty sure we'd go on and win it.
Ooh, those be confident words. You guys should have come down to Wembley Way, man. You would have got your face immortalized by the Free Pitch Talk co-host. Immortalized, baby. Immortalized. But all good. I want to switch this on to Jamie Bailey, being that you're an Arsenal supporter as well. And your tune has slightly changed over the past 48 hours.
Wait, you forgot Arsenal supporter. Fulham, QPR, and anyone else?
Kind of disowned Arsenal halfway through the season, if memory serves me correctly.
Hey, let's not forget, he's still supporting Arsenal ladies. Let's not forget that.
Yeah. Good point.
Let's not forget that.
I think we all are in that way.
Yeah.
You are terrible.
What?
You are terrible.
But Mr. Jamie Bailey, I didn't need to go to the parade. I was down at Wembley Way. I was absolutely slaughtered after that. And I watched the parade on the internet.
On the interwebs, if you will.
If you will. But JBK, Jamie Bailey, what's up? How come you didn't meet us on Wembley Way, son? Where were you on Saturday?
On Saturday, I was actually getting my hair cut, and I was going home to watch the match over in East London, as I am not so allowed in West anyway.
I'm not questioning why you're not.
I love it.
So G-Man,
he was in the chair.
Please tell me, where was you on Sunday?
Well, I was at home. I was at home hanging. That's what I was doing.
There it is. Oh, hanging.
No, this was terrible.
You do
hanging
have two scarves just to hang from, so there you go.
Oh God. No.
Wait. You know what? That might have been the case if we had lost, but we didn't. And we didn't.
Well, again, in the last, as you guys have said, in the last 48 hours, I've changed my tune. I really haven't. If you remember correctly, a few years ago, I said the same thing I said about Arsene Wenger a few years ago. So therefore, have I really changed my tune? No, not really. But I was at the parade, and G-Man, I'm sure if you actually managed to still hang on Saturday, I was probably picking up the pieces where you kind of left off on Sunday, because from about 12 o'clock when the bus arrived until about 3 hours after the bus had gone, I was still shouting on top of my voice, singing every song that I could think of, apart from She Wore a Blue Ribbon, because now I know why, and that would be down to the G-Man. So.
Oh, I was gonna say. I thought it was gonna be one of them ones. Every song you know, but do you know this one?
Once I was swimming across Turtle Creek, and them snappers all around.
Do you know this song?
Sure was hard swimming across that thing. With both
The funny
hands
thing is, I don't know it,
holding
but the fact of the matter is, when it started, I was swimming on Turtle Creek. That's when you think, you know what, it's a song I really need to get to know.
Wait, you really need to get to know that song that we were just playing.
Oh my goodness.
It sounds like a song that I need to get to know so that I can probably play it again, or just Skype it to everybody on a different day when Pitch Talk is not on.
Well, there's the link in the Skype chat.
Oh, you kind of saved me a job. It saved me a job. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Liverpool fan. Thank you.
We had a lot of fun with that tune last week.
No, you had a
lot of fun with that tune last week.
Jesse, how many managers in the past 17 years? How many managers in the past 17? Well, in the past 10 months, I should say.
What do you want to say now?
How many managers in the past 10 months have Arsenal had compared to United?
Let's just cut the cheese, okay? And
wait. You ain't cutting the cheese in this confined space. I just want to say, no. That's not happening. This is not one of them Vinnie Mac throwbacks where you fart and everyone else in the room has to be like, life sucks and then you die. No. We're not having one of them.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Like I said, how many managers in the last 10 months?
No,
G-Man?
I'm asking. What's your real point here? What are you actually? What
What's
are you
the
really
real
trying to
point?
say?
This was to hear free, Diddy, free.
Well,
No, but then I
in the
would
last-
ask you,
in the
how
last
long did
10
it take
months,
you to
probably
win
had-
that one trophy? That
we've had
would be
more-
my
In
question.
the last 10 months, we've had more trophies than you have than you've actually won. So-
all right. That is gas to the extreme. I've heard dumb to the extreme, but that's gas to the extreme. But you know what? Let's let's swing on before.
I'm not even
before
going to
this-
dignify that. I'm not. I'm just going to leave that where it is.
You don't
out
have
cold.
to. You
Let's
don't have
well,
to.
you know what? Let's swing on before this degenerates into something fool or into something foolish. But anyway, another OWR. That's about 3 obligatory wrestling references and counting. #OWR Pitch Talk or #Pitch Talk OWR. Let's get that trending. I wouldn't mind getting that trending. #Pitch Talk OWR. But I also want to say a quick hello, Tom Wood. How goes it? How's your week and weekend been?
Week was alright, weekend was even worse.
Really? Why's that?
Southend lost in the playoffs yet again after drawing 2-2 in this second leg, but we needed to win by 3 goals, but we basically ruined it, so it was upsetting right from time whistle as well.
Well, at least there's always next year.
And you got to see the mighty Arsenal win as well.
Yeah, but we've been in League 2 for like 4 seasons now, and I want to get out of this division. It's like we should be in League 1. Our team's too good for League 2.
But then if you're too good for League 2, wouldn't you have got promoted automatically? In theory? Just saying in theory.
Yeah, but if we didn't go on that 12, losing streak, or drawing and losing games, we could have been in the automatics, but we didn't. But well, bring on next season now. We've got to bring in the decent players to work under Phil Brown. He's got his contacts, so hopefully he'll bring in some good, decent youngsters for us.
Hopefully so.
Absolutely.
Hopefully so. It's one of them ones. We've also got, staying in the South End neck of the woods, we got Lee Godsafe in the house. Lee, how's your week and weekend been?
Good.
Both of them good?
But it's good, yeah.
Same as Tom as well. Disappointing South End.
Nah, I hear that. But there is next season, so I think you'll be alright. I think you'll be alright. You'll be alright.
Cheaty Burton low.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's one of them ones. There's highs, there's lows, or in the words of the Geordie Mouse from Creature Comforts, there's highs and lows. It's one of them ones. You get highs and lows. But the fact of the matter is, there's always next year, unless you go out of business. There's always next year. Curveball, that would be a curveball right down the middle, strike one. That's what I'm saying. But it's one of them ones. You know what? Let's swing on as well. We've also got Russ Vernon in the house. Russ, how's your week and weekend been? And you know what? Yeah. Let's stick with that for the moment. How goes it?
You're not half bad, Liam, yourself.
It's been quite fun, actually. It's been quite fun, but I haven't gotten indulged in the let me take a selfie gimmick.
I'm just saying this. If things were ever so slightly different on Saturday, you would have.
Nah, I just would have been taking video of G-Man crying if that would have happened.
I wasn't necessarily talking about that. I'm just saying is all. Because you would.
Nah.
Yeah.
If it was Man United, then yeah.
Oh, come on.
Oh, well. That's the thing. I have no real problem with Arsenal. The only problem I've ever had with... No, it's true. No, the only problem...
Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
The only reason I've had any sort of issue with Arsenal is because of the G-Man.
I ain't done nothing to make.
I haven't had any other reason to have
I don't
issue
make
with
Steven
Arsenal.
Gerrard slip.
See, and that's why it's one of them ones. But you're mad anyway. But Russ, how was your week and weekend, man? Go, carry on, dude. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was good. I don't know if you heard, on Friday, Leeds released 7 senior professionals, including goalkeeper Jamie Ashdown, who earlier put a tweet out earlier today saying that he found out from Twitter and the Leeds United website that he had been released from his contract before receiving official confirmation via a letter on Saturday through the post. The letters were sent out early Friday afternoon, and he didn't receive it till Saturday morning. And the news and that on the Leeds United website that he was one of the 7 senior professionals that was released from their contracts at Ellenwood, which was drawn up by Massimo Cellino and Benito Carbone, with Brian McDermott having no input, winning back down on the south. Also of the 7 released was Michael Brown, Elhaj Diouf, Adam Drury, Paul Green, Danny Pugh, and Luca Barney, with from professional that was Simon Lenigan, Nathan Turner, Lewis Turner, Richard Brad, Smith Tesse, Gabon Arabe, with extended the contracts of Alex Cairns and Alfred Burkirk, with young professionals Charlie Taylor and Ross Killick being offered new contracts at the club as well. So I was a bit surprised to see Brown go, but and Pugh with them playing regular towards the end of the season, but with Ashdown, Diouf, Drury, Pugh, and not Pugh, Ashdown, Diouf, Green, Drury and Barney all being out on loan or not involved, then I know those would be good, but with Brown and Pugh playing regular towards the end of last season, I thought they might have stayed, especially Danny Pugh, he played regular left back and performed well, as did Brown in central of midfield.
I hear that, right? I hear that. Well, it's that time of year for people for players to be getting released anyway, so it's one level.
Ross, what transfers do you reckon are going to come in this season for Leeds?
Well, according to the Eduardo Cellino, the owner of the son of Massimo, he says we've got 3 players lined up, all Italian. 1 is a goalkeeper, 1 is a central defender, and 1 is a winger. And people have tweeted him a story from Calgary, which he said may be. So judging by that, it looks like he's going to be coming in. We're dealing with quite a few from.
Did I hear Calgary? I thought that was in Canada.
Bret Hart country.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh wait. No. Cellino, Italy, Cagliari. Oh yeah, them guys.
Cagliari.
Yeah.
Because I heard Calgary.
I was thinking Calgary.
As in Alberta, as in Canada, as in Canada.
If I could be serious for a minute, I'm from Calgary. Where's that? Alberta, Canada. I still love when he used to mock that in WCW in Last Storm. Another OWR right there. Right here, baby, right here.
And talking of Calgary, Massimo Cellino is set to sell the club to a former Inter Milan boardman, which is expected to go through Wednesday, which will be sold for €50 million, which works out to be £40 million. And he says it won't affect what is going to be happening at Leeds United, which is good to hear. So
yeah, I was like, wait a minute, but didn't he buy the club just the other day, like for a cup of coffee anyway?
Well, no, he's selling Cagliari.
Oh,
he's selling Cagliari. That's
right. So he's taking those funds and pumping them into Leeds, I take it.
Well, not necessarily. Not every owner does that. Well, as you all know firsthand from the Glazers,
yes, I know.
They ain't looking to put money into United. They're looking to line their pockets and potentially bugger off. The New York stock flotation, half of that money's going into the Glazer pocket. So there's no guarantee that money from the sale of Cagliari is going to go to Leeds. No guarantees. It's one of them ones.
So Leeds can still be broke, yeah.
In theory, yeah. But you know what? Let's move on, because we've also got two new Skypers in the house.
Three times.
Yeah, I did. Because Paige used to do two time, 3 times. Notice that?
No.
Yeah, when he was with the Jersey Triad. But anyway, another OWR. It's about 5 now. In the first 25 minutes, something like that. But anyway. But we got 2 new Skypers. We're gonna start with one very special Skyper who is an Atletico Madrid supporter and very, very happy today after the events of Saturday. That person is Miss Irene Bonilla. Irene, how goes it? How's your week and weekend been?
Hello, yeah, it's been an amazing Saturday for us too. Yeah, 18 years without winning the league.
Look at that! Look at that! I was going to compare it to something else, but I won't. For the sake of it opens me up to ribbing, I won't say it. But no, you know what? It was actually a very interesting match as well.
No, very interesting.
The equalizing header. We'll get into that
Yeah,
We'll get into that in detail.
Results and analysis.
But Irene, how's your week and weekend been?
Yeah, it's been basically because like Saturday it was preparing for that game. My getting nervous like 5 hours before and then celebrating. So the whole weekend around the match. But yeah, it's been great and great weather in London finally. A little bit of Spanish weather in London.
Hey! It's been like 25 degrees today. It's been baking.
Yeah, it's nice.
I could probably make bacon on the hood of someone's car. Make bacon and eggs, a little sarnie. Toast the bread in the sun as well. It's been that hot. It's been that hot, but some sweatiness. Not from me, but from those who have to commute.
Some other people that you saw.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, and actually I had problems finding a place to see the match because everyone was playing Arsenal.
Yeah.
So we had to see it like in the basement of a bar. They put a TV there, and all the Spaniards who were there cramped. So it was a crazy way of seeing it, but fun.
That's cruel. Yeah.
So inconsiderate. You know? I'm just like, everybody knows what the big game is. Like, let's be honest.
Exactly. Who the hell cares about Arsenal?
I'm just like this, right? No, look,
The whole country.
let's be
we are
honest.
in the UK.
Let's be honest, right? After 9 minutes, everybody turned over. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, a lot of people. Hey, you know what? We've got some tweets relating to that. There was a lot of overhype straight away, so it's one of them.
You know, I'm surprised that Mike didn't break his TV after 10 minutes. I'll be honest.
Oh my god! It's like, what the hell is this? Bow! Oh, now I can't watch the rest. Turn on the radio. Turn on the radio.
He broke that too. That's all
you see the PT updates. It's like, oh, my phone. Bow! Nah, all good. And we've also got our second new Skyper runs an initiative out in South Africa called Kick for Life. But I will let him tell you a bit more about that. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chris Bullock. Chris, how goes it, man? Bully beef!
Yeah, very well, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, all good on this side, man. How goes everything with yourself and with Kick for Life as well? Let us know what Kick for Life is as well.
Okay, sure, yeah. Kick for Life is it's a charity, football and social development charity out here in a country called Lesotho in southern Africa. We use football to try and aid social development in a country that's got many problems, including a high HIV rate and high unemployment, high poverty rate. So we're using football as a tool to tackle all of those problems. I actually manage a football team that helps to do that called FC Kick for Life through the charity organisation. Thankfully, we've managed to get promotion to the Premier League this season, which is great. And it helps to create role models as well and help to spread the word about Kick for Life and the work we're doing out here.
Congratulations on promotion,
yeah,
first and foremost. You know, I mean, we were talking about an awesome weekend. You know, so it must be an awesome season for you guys. And as I say, keep up the great work. And you know what? Maybe we're looking at maybe mid-table, possibly challenging for the top 4 next season.
Yeah, man.
I'll take third from bottom next season. If you offered me that now, I'll take that.
It's all that was, man. Keep reaching for the stars, and you'll get every other planet as well.
Let's hope so.
I mean, let us know the information about where people can find out more information about Kick for Life.
The best place to go is probably either the website, which is www.kickforlife.org. That's with the number 4. Or we have a Facebook page as well under Kick for Life. So they're probably the 2 best places. There's also a Twitter page just at Kick for Life as well.
Make sure you get following people.
Places, I think.
No, great stuff, man. That is fantastic stuff. So if you want to know more about Kick for Life, there's Twitter, there's Facebook, and there's Kick for Life.org as well. Very worthwhile charity. Very worthwhile, to say the very least.
So I'm telling all my followers right now, okay? Check the website. become a fan, become a friend on Facebook, okay? And get following and tell them that I sent you.
Exactly. It's one of them ones. Also, I'd also like to ask you, Chris, what team do you support?
Okay, my first team is actually Borussia Mönchengladbach out in Germany. I used to live out there when I was younger for a few years. The first team I used to go and watch. In England, to be honest, there's two teams in England. One of them actually is a semi-pro team called Havant and Waterlooville. Probably know them from the FA Cup a few years ago.
Yeah.
And Football Manager.
The FA Cup against Liverpool, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. So they're
I remember that personally.
Yeah, should have beaten them.
Whoa, we won't go that far.
And we've got a link to them actually with FC Kicks Live. They provided a load of kit for us at the start of the season. A good friend of mine he was manager at the time of the cup run. Actually, is now back there as assistant manager, Sean Gale. So they're actually, to be honest, they're my main team in England. But as a sort of as far as pro clubs go, it's Portsmouth being the local club to me, or the local club it was to me when I was in England.
I hear that, man. I hear that. It's fun stuff. I love it. Oh, that's good stuff. So Portsmouth, aka Pompey, aka the team at one time was being passed around more than chlamydia at a teenage party, but that was another issue.
Really?
That was another issue. I've been using that analogy for a while. Just like QPR with the WCW, the Premier League. Analogies.
Yeah.
But also, whenever I hear Borussia Mönchengladbach, I always think of the Fast Show with Borussia Mönchengladbach.
Yeah.
I used to love that. I used to love the Fast Show. It was fantastic. But no, that's good. That's a good kind of diverse range of teams.
Yeah, very, very diverse range of teams. I mean, it's almost as diverse as what? Stevenage and Arsenal, right? Almost.
I was gonna say it's almost as diverse as us. But it's one of them was showing my age. What? Jamie's funny. Showing my age. Hey. I'm not that old.
He's no spring chicken, but
What about it? I'm not that old. I don't know what the hell you're trying to get at, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But it's what that was. But I also like to give a big shout out to Facebook.com/MotivateSF, at MotivateSF on Twitter. Big shout out to Motivate Sports and Fitness, MotivateSportsandFitness.com. Big shout out to Samir Sawney. Big shout out to RNV Wrestling. They're on Facebook and also at RNV Wrestling on Twitter. Big shout out to Sophie and Rachel of Girls on the Ball, at Girls on the Ball on Twitter and www.girlsontheball.com.
And don't forget.
And of course, Scotty the Rabbit, Pitch Talk's favorite rabbit.
Yes, sir.
Also, a big shout out to at Tweet White Line, Facebook.com/Finn White Line Magazine. Big shout out to Ian Kerr and Finn White Line Magazine. And
we were in issue 0, don't you know?
Definitely. With Focus featured on issue 0. So as well, and then was also Jamie is such a wrong. I'm not even going to repeat that in the Skype chat. That is just wrong. But anyway, but also a big shout out to Sunday, Super Navajo, Big Shot Ron and Floyd thinks of the Section 357 show.
What up?
Big shout outs. And of course, a big shout out to the man we always throw them T's up for, and that's Big T, aka Thomas Hewitt. But you know what? It is one of them ones where it's time for us to pause that particular track, because it is time for the very first segment of the show, which is results and analysis. Yeah, it's results and analyses. And a big shout out to Wayne Schumann, who's just joined us in the Skype chat. And Jamie Bailey, young boy. Oh my goodness. I'm not. You know what? Yeah. You know what? One thing I will say to Jamie Bailey is just like all right, you know what? With Jamie Bailey's jokes at the moment, I just want to say this.
And if I wanted crap out of you, I'll pick it out of your teeth.
I gotta say that about Jamie Bailey's jokes right now. Like, those are terrible. Those are just utterly terrible. Oh my god. But it is what that was. That's all I gotta say. But the fact of the matter is, let's get into some results analysis. So we're gonna start with Sky Bet League 1, Leyton Orient 2, Peterborough 1. Cox opened the scoring on 60 minutes. Chris Dagnall scored on 88 minutes, and Washington scored in the 92nd minute. But Orient, I think it was Orient who went through in that one, through to the League 1 playoff final.
And I do want to give an honourable mention before we move on to Germany versus Poland, the international match of the evening, if you will. Very much a local derby for a multitude of reasons. That one ended 0-0.
All right. You just wanted to jump in just to say
I mean, you have to give an honourable mention to that game. Absolutely huge. Absolutely huge.
Well, it's 1-0. Oh, that's all good. Tom Wood, you wanted to jump in on Orient Peterborough.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but I feel sorry for Brit at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, Sombalonga's been. Didn't he end up top scorer, or he was one?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did finish finish top scorer as well.
Yeah, imagine that. Imagine ending top scorer and not getting promoted.
Yeah, that.
I know he was gutted because I spoke to him after our game on Saturday because he came to our game on Saturday.
Oh, okay. Did you promote pitch talk to him?
Nah, he wouldn't do that. He's too busy training.
Nah,
he won't come. He won't come on pitch talk. He'll get too much hassle.
No, well, it's one of them, man.
Yeah, it was good seeing him on Saturday though. Having a good chat with him, saying good luck to him for the next following season. Hope they get promoted then. But they got a trophy under their belt, so that's alright. I won the JPT.
I hear that. Hopefully so. Next time you chat to him, you got a promo, man. This footballing revolution is only gonna grow if everyone promotes it. So it's all good. It's all good. But you know what? Let's swing on to Wednesday, May 14th, 2014. Shamrock Rovers were beaten 4-0 in a friendly by Liverpool. So it's one of them was obviously it was mainly fringe players, which is why I mean it's a friendly as well. But I thought I'd mention it.
But shout out to Shamrock Rovers, yo.
Yeah, definitely. Nah, definitely. It's one of them was, man. Barini making his return and actually scored as well. It's one of them was Iago Aspas opened the scoring on 8 minutes, less than 2 minutes into the second half. Barini scored. Martin Kelly actually added a third, and under 21 striker Jack Dunn rounded off the scoring with 6 minutes left to go. All good. Yes, Jamie Bailey, Barini in the Liverpool shirt. Yes, because he was only at Sunderland on loan. So, if you can't beat it, nah, I've got no reason to use that line. But it's what it was. But let's move on to Sevilla 0, Benfica 0, which went to 4-2 on penalties in the Europa League final. So it gives me the distinct honor of channeling my inner Howard Finkel and saying, the winners of this match and new Europa League champions, Sevilla. Now, first half of this match, tremendously boring. Second half, picked up, but the penalties, boy,
wow.
Benfica's curse, man.
Wow.
It was Benfica's curse.
I think I saw Oscar Cardozo's penalty. I mean, that thing was just
utterly awful.
But if you want to talk about a good penalty, right? Talk about a man who's put himself in a fantastic position. Stephen Mbia. Yeah. That penalty, absolute rocket. Nobody's saving that. But you know what? I want to say this, okay? I want to speak on this for a minute and say congratulations to Sevilla.
Okay, Conan. Yo, let me speak on this. Olale! I can't roll my arms, so it makes it harder to mimic that. Olele cabron.
No.
Eddie Guerrero.
No, ese.
Rest in peace, Eddie Guerrero.
Anyway.
I like Chavo too.
In all seriousness, though, congratulations to Sevilla. It's a shame that the green side of Seville don't have a trophy this season. I'm actually, how can I say this? I have a special place in my heart for Real Betis. I do. But in all fairness, though, I think this win is a fantastic tribute to the memory of Antonio Puerta. Rest in peace. And you know what? In all seriousness, congratulations. It's been a fantastic season for Sevilla. And you know what? To top it off with the Europa League, well done to you.
Well, you got to bear in mind why Sevilla were in it though, because of Malaga's financial troubles.
Well, there's that too. I mean,
like we talked about at the back end of last season.
But this is the thing: for them to be thrown into it like that,
yeah,
and then to go and win it. Oh, and let's not forget, this is a team that's won the Europa League before.
Yeah, no, very true. The Middlesbrough, yeah. So, no, it's good. It's good. Nice, good stuff. I mean,
but yeah, rest in peace, Antonio Puerta, and your teammates did you proud.
By the way, Benfica, your record in finals is atrocious. I thought Arsenal's was bad until Saturday, and obviously until we heard on Thursday. Was it 8 finals, and how many have they won? It's a big round number. You only need one guess at that. It's terrible.
You know what? Rubbing my two scarves on this. I gotta say, in the second half.
What did you just say?
Rubbing my two scarves on this. What, you got a problem with that?
Yeah, I kind of have. It sounds quite wrong.
Got a problem with that?
Rubbing scarves on anything sounds quite odd. But carry on, sir.
Yeah, but you like playing with your thing.
Oh, that's not even me. You see, that's not me. I didn't say that.
I'm so sorry.
I didn't say
this is what I have to work with. I have to work with this each and every Monday.
He said it with a straight face as well. No laughing.
What does he play? For the last 2 weeks, I'm playing with my dingling, so and I ain't playing it. You're not playing it.
Ay, Dios mío.
What's that? It's not oh my god, is it?
But yeah, just rubbing my two scarves on it, not the dingling. What I will say, in the second half when it did warm up, from my point of view, Benfica should have taken that match. They had ample chances to win that match. Bacca missing 2 clear chances.
Yeah.
He missed 2 clear chances.
Especially the one late in the second half as well.
Lima just couldn't wrap his foot around the ball correctly at times, and the opportunities were there for them. There was this one moment where they had, like, within the space of 30 seconds, they had about 4 shots. And it was just a great rush for goal, but they just couldn't get it in. And you just thought from that moment there, it was like, wow, they're not going to win. They're not going to win.
It just wasn't their night. It wasn't meant to be. And as I say, in terms of a fitting tribute to Antonio Puerta, what better way to do it than to win the Europa League?
Good shout. That's a very good shout. I mean, it was one of them. It was a slow burner of a match, but the second half was when it got tasty. Big shout out to Mercy as well, actually, at Mercy on Twitter, Dave Meir, who was actually watching and commenting with us as well. It was an interesting game. Excuse me. Not as interesting as the Eurovision Song Contest the week before, though.
Oh my goodness.
With the whole Conchita gimmick, that was funny. I forgot to mention that last week somehow. It's like a woman with a beard, and somehow I forget to mention it in.
Are you sure that was a woman?
Passing mockage. Well, Conchita apparently recognizes itself as a woman, but it's one of them ones. I can't grow my beard, put on a wig and a dress, and call myself a woman. So I'm gonna leave that there. But anyway. How did we get onto the? Oh, it was Samaras. Libby!
No.
Oh no! I thought Conchita looked like Russell Brand. Oh my God!
Wow, man, there's a classic meme out there with Cheryl Cole and Ashley Cole put together.
No.
Oh, you get Conchita! I'll give a big shout out to a friend of mine, Kirsten Ayres, who actually got me watching the Eurovision Song Contest. And it was like, I watched Gogglebox as well, and that they showed the Polish performance.
Yeah.
If you want Wrongen, oh my God. Because me and my mum were watching that, and we were just in stitches. It was like, Wow, there ain't no room for imagination there. At least here, when we're wrong-uns, we leave a bit to the imagination. But anyway.
Just enough in your case.
Well, it's one of them ones. A good few. But it's one of them ones. There's a song about Ashley Cole. There's a lot of songs about Ashley Cole.
Oh no.
Did Lily Allen do one? But anyway, you know what? Let's move on. Remember, if you want to jump in on these points, just drop us a note in Skype. But you know what? Thursday, 15th of May, 2014, Rotherham 3, Preston 1. Gallagher opened the scoring on 16 minutes, but Thomas scored on 24. Lee Frecklington scored on 34. And Kieran Agard scored on 67 minutes. So that final, Orient versus Peterborough. Interesting stuff. But, yeah, Russ Vernon, did you want to jump in on that particular game, Rotherham v Preston, seeing as Rotherham are quite local to you?
Yeah, the stadium for Rotherham United are just like one bus ride and then about 5-10 minutes walk from where I actually live at the moment. And it was actually a very good game. Lee Frecklington, who scored the second goal for Wood Millers, is a Leeds United fan, and the owner of Leeds United, Massimo Cellino, was on and down at the New York Stadium on Thursday. He was actually on Sky Sports. Also, one of the big analysis there was at New York Stadium and was on the TV as well towards the end of the game, and they actually went onto the pitch as well, like the majority of the Rotherham fans did, and they've got their tickets for Wembley, which is next Sunday, which me and Uncle's coming around to watch with me and my dad next week. With that being on TV, so I'll be watching that open Rotherham and get promoted with them being quite local to me. And then if we do, next season I'll be going in the away end when Rotherham play Leeds, and then I'll have been in the north, east, south and west stands of Rotherham. So I've been in the north, east and west so far, not the south just yet. So congratulations, and hope you get promoted.
Good stuff. Let's shift on to Friday, 16th of May. Friday, 16th of May, Fleetwood 0, York City 0 in Sky Bet League 2. Malaga 1, Levante 0, of Portillo getting the only goal of the game on 60 minutes. I think boosting their survival hopes at that point. Let's shift on to the big day. The big day, which was Saturday, 17th of May, 2014. But we're going to start Southend 2, Burton Albion 2. Holness opened the scoring on 21 minutes. Leonard equalised on 32. Straker put Southend ahead on 39 minutes, but McGurk scored on 69 minutes.
Big T's favourite minute.
Yeah, exactly. But Southend, it was all in vain, as Southend needed the win, as Tom Wood mentioned earlier in the show. So Burton Albion went through. You know what? Want to ask, first and foremost, Tom Wood, your thoughts on Southend v Burton Albion?
Depression. That's all I can say about it. It was depressing. We go 1-0 down, which was, to me, it wasn't even really a free kick. And now when we got our 2 goals, I thought, right, we was going to be back. We're going to go on and win this game, but we didn't. We gave that goal sloppy. Basically took a deflection for their second goal. Mm-hmm. So basically sloppy defending once again. But all the players looked like all the players were crying on the pitch as usual. It was sad seeing the players going down on their knees and crying. Proves they're loyal, unlike some of the others they just walked off in the head to shame. But we have to move on and bring on next season now and play Portsmouth away again. So it'll be a good day out at Pompey away again.
You might. Well, it's one of them. It's one of them ones, but you guys, like I say at IBIS, you can't change the past, but you can change the future. So it's one of them ones. We're gonna need to get you back. Need to get you back in. It's one of them ones. Mike Hardiman, Stevenage v Southend. Are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, I think I am. I'm looking forward more to Southend away because the last time I went there, we lost. We lost one penalty. And I
He's
think
a good
one
luck
of our
charm.
main players was sent off as well. So we've got some to get on them.
I hear that. I mean, Chris Bullock, seeing as Pompey are your local team in the UK, you wanna jump in on this?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. I just saw Tom's heard Tom's message actually about looking forward to a day out in Portsmouth again. So yeah, always look on the bright side. It would be good for them to see a crowd as well, I guess, because they're getting about 18,000 down there, which must be unusual for a team like Southend to see that. But yeah, just go down to the sea, Tom, and have a good day out. Plenty of nice bars to go and have a drink at as well.
I hear that. We'll get some PT meetups, some PT family meetups. This is what it was. You gotta have it. It's going to happen. But you know what? Yeah. Also want to hear from Lee Godsafe as well. Lee, what was your view on what was your view on Southend v Burton Albion?
Same. Disappointing.
But are you confident and optimistic for next season?
Hopefully we can do better next season. See what happens really. Now. It's got a couple good away trips coming up. Stevenage away. Luton.
I hear that. I mean, at least you got a couple matches to look forward to. That's always good. I mean, Tom Wood, did you want to jump in again?
Yeah, I feel disappointed. Some of the Southampton fans were saying that they want Brown out now.
Oh my God.
But the thing is, he's done really well getting us into the playoffs, and people saying they want him out after that first leg where we lost 1-0. But it's disappointing. People saying that. They're like people who haven't even been to a game in their whole life. They're just saying it. They're stupid. They're morons.
Well, every club has a moronic minority, sadly. So it's always going to be the way.
Why can't they just get the morons out of the moron of fans, get them out of the club, or get them into more games, and we'll get bigger crowds, and they will back the players, and they'll play much better under bigger crowds. But whereas you get 5,000, then there was like 9,000 and something on Saturday, and Burton brought 723, so that weren't bad for them. When we took over 1,000 to Burton away, in the first leg, so hopefully Phil Brown's the man to take us forward with the new stadium coming up as well.
Hopefully so. I mean, Wayne Schumann, you wanted to jump in as well?
Yeah, just wanted to say first off, Liam, we won more than Liverpool this season.
You won more than a few teams this season, but where did you play? Where did you place in the league? Fourth place ain't a trophy. Fourth place ain't a trophy. Crane your neck to look up at my team.
Oh wait.
I
thought he was gonna go.
No, I don't need to go Old Spice.
No, we got silverware. You ain't.
Yeah, you got silverware. All I'm saying is just make sure that that 9-year streak doesn't happen again.
Yeah, Gerard handed Man City the league, so it's all good.
Okay, and how many? And you lot handed Birmingham a trophy in 2011.
Ah.
Nicely done. There we go. Don't make me bring up the soundbite again. Couple right on the strike one. But you wanted to jump in about Stevenage and Southend.
Yeah, I think it would be a good away day next year. So we went down there a few years ago when we was in League 2, and it was a good away day. Obviously, the result weren't good travelling back from there, but it was a beautiful day. It was on the beach before the game and that, and well, if you can class Southend the beach.
I was going to say that's a nice situation to be in. Let's go to the beach. Let's go to the beach and then go to the match. I thought you could only really do that in Spain.
It was a really hot day. It was towards like right at the end of the season as well, so it was boiling. But we got there quite early, and we was outside one of the bars down by the strip at the front, and we had a few cans and we was drinking that, and we got told off by police officers, but they weren't even in cars, they were on push bikes.
them white claw butler bags.
They came over and told us off, standing there and drinking, and said you need to go to the pubs or move away. They were all right about it. They weren't like aggressive or anything. So, but now we've got a few good away games next year with Stevenage. We've got Luton, Cambridge, Morecambe again. So hopefully we'll have a better season than what we did this year.
But you know what? Let's swing on quickly in terms of results because international friendly. Ecuador won, the Netherlands, aka Holland, won. Montero with a neat goal on 9 minutes opened the scoring, but Robin van Persie.
Goal of the week contender.
Oh yeah, easy goal of the week. The chest, the volley, the chest, the volley, the volley. It was one of them ones.
Wasn't that?
No, he doesn't want to give that person credit. He doesn't want to give him any credit at all. It's one of them.
It was alright.
It's one of them. The chest was fantastic, and then the volley, just amazing. But no, it was fantastic. But it was one of them ones.
But going domestically, right? I do just want to quickly just shift to PSG for Montpellier, nil. Lavezzi, Ibrahimovic, Moura, and Rabiot getting the goals for PSG. They are Ligue 1.
League what?
Ligue 1.
What? I thought you were channeling your inner Rick Ross. League 1. League 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah!
That's terrible. That's terrible. Yes, Ligue 1.
All I could think of is Rick Ross when you go, League 1. French League 1. Deux.
Trois.
With Rick Ross.
But yeah, no.
We have actually got quite an interesting international continental talking point about French League 2, which is why I mentioned it.
But they are the champions of Ligue 1.
So, actually, no, PSG retained it, haven't they?
Yeah.
So I can't do my Howard Finkel impression.
But you can actually. It would be, and still, etc., etc. While I blow everybody's eardrums.
Yeah. Good gravy. I think I'm deaf. Oh my God. It's what it was. I don't know what the hell is going on.
Talking about French football, didn't something serious happen to Mandanda out there, in which he cracked his vertebrae?
Steve Mandanda. I believe there was an incident with Steve Mandanda, but I tell you what. Let me see if I can find that.
Yeah.
He cracked his vertebrae.
Ooh,
so he's out of the World Cup.
Actually does sound good. He's out of the World Cup as well. Ooh. Mandanda. That's unlucky. That is actually unlucky. But you know what? Yeah. We've kind of held off. We're gonna start with the. Actually, you know what? Where should we go next? Where should we go next? Stay domestic or go back to the continent?
Let's go back to the continent.
Okay, let's go back to the continent then, because Real Madrid 3, Espanyol 1. Pizzi got their only goal on 89. That is Pizzi, P-I-double-Z, not P-I-double poison the serpent's eye. But Gareth Bale scored on 64 minutes. Morata scored on 85 and 91 minutes. And you know what? I kind of actually, there is something I actually kind of want to do, just because Bale scored, and because it's the last time we're gonna see Bale for a while.
Oh no!
Because it's gonna be the last time we see Bale for a while.
I hope you're happy, people. You brought this on yourself.
No, but here's one of them ones. We ain't gonna see Bale this summer.
He's gonna be derogatory again.
No, I'm not.
When is he not derogatory about
I'm not gonna be derogatory. All I've got to say is, oh, Gareth. No, he's not cute. You know he's not sexy. He's got the looks. He looks like a chimp. His name is Gareth, and he is Welsh. His name is Bale. He's now at Real Madrid. He's just a chimpy boy. Chimpy boy. He's not just Spurs toy, Madrid toy. He's just a chimpy boy. Chimpy boy. He's Gareth Bale. Chimpy boy.
He could have gone on for the whole song, people. I just want to point that out. But yeah, no.
Eat your heart out, girls. Hands off the merchandise.
As the G-Man alluded to, Steve Mandanda will be out of the World Cup this year. Cracked vertebrae in the neck after taking a knee to the face.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, Triple H, honey. No, sorry, I shouldn't make light of that.
Look, there's the picture.
It's like last week.
There's the picture.
Oh.
So.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
I mean, ouch.
Yeah.
Just ouch.
Oh.
He will be replaced by Stéphane Ruffier of Saint-Étienne.
Still upset for him, man. 29 years old, missing out on the World Cup.
I know. I mean, look, with Hugo Lloris in front of him anyway, right? I mean, when is he realistically going to actually, you know what I mean, play in the World Cup? Will he do it? Maybe this year was his best year to actually go, but you know, Mustafa Yatabere from Guingamp, he actually was the player that kneed him in the face. Yeah, really, really unfortunate. So,
no, definitely.
Get well soon, Steve Mandanda, and hopefully you'll get to play in the European Championships.
Hopefully. You know what? It is one of them ones where it's coming back to Spain. A match that I actually watched earlier today, and it was actually a very entertaining watch. But a match that saw new La Liga champions crowned. Barcelona won, Atletico Madrid won. Alexis Sanchez with a goal of the week, legit goal of the week.
Yeah, no,
opening and scoring on 33
saw that
minutes.
finish. Wow.
Roasting finish. Wow. But Godin scored a powerful headed equalizer on 49 minutes. And you know what? It must be said, I've got to channel my inner Howard Finkel on this one and go, the winners of this match and new La Liga champions, Atletico Madrid. I had to do it. I had to do it.
Campione.
I thought he's gonna say championes. Isn't championes mushroom? According to Dave Spikey. No, Dave Spikey. I love that. But the fact of the matter is, Atletico only needed a point, and because of Godin's equalizer, they got it after Arda Turan and Diego Costa, within about 3 minutes of each other, actually came off injured. I actually watched it via beIN Sport.
Yeah.
And I found out, you know that commentator who was hilarious with his scripted ad-libs?
Yeah.
Like the Artful Dodger, Lionel Messi and all that?
Yeah.
Rob Hudson, @Rob Hudson on Twitter.
Okay.
Hilarious.
So I take it that you're co-writing his scripted ad-libs now, yeah?
Well, he wasn't. He didn't have that many, but he was funny.
So you're like, don't worry, I got some. I got this. It's
Couple ran on the track one.
But no, I mean, just to speak on the season for a minute, amazing achievement. I mean, when you look at, you know, what the likes of, say, Barcelona and Real Madrid have spent this season.
Yep. And their combined resources generally.
When you're talking about, you know, shares of TV revenue, so on and so forth in terms of La Liga. Absolutely fantastic achievement. And it goes to show, right, it's not necessarily about how much money you spend. It's more about how well the team is coached. You know, and they were coached fantastically well by Diego Simeone this season. And you know, the only thing that worries me though is the club's debt. That's the thing that worries me.
Yeah, can they keep the team together because they're in such debt?
No, this is the other
rumors
thing.
they may not. Atletico may not be in the Champions League next season.
Yeah, and I mean the thing is as well. You know, obviously the goalkeeper for the last 2 seasons, Thibaut Courtois, he's actually going to go back to Chelsea.
I've heard different things. I've heard that he's going to be on loan for another 2 seasons.
If
heard that about
some reports are to be believed, he will be going back. There's also talk of Diego Costa potentially joining Chelsea.
Hope that doesn't happen
as well. So, you know, when you're talking about the spine of the team, you know, you've got the goalkeeper and the striker potentially leaving, and both of them were very, very integral to this past season. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know in terms of the permutations of what will happen next season. If, for example, that level of success could be maintained, or even achieved again in the near future. So as a one-off, you have to say, congratulations, Atletico. I'm not a Madridista myself, but I do actually have an Atletico jersey in my collection. I do have one. And yeah, I just think it was a fantastic achievement. And the other thing as well, I think a lot of people are forgetting that the Champions League final, Madrid derby.
Yeah, of course.
And
how can we forget that?
And I tell you what, okay, and I know Irene is very, very happy right now.
We're going to get Irene on in a second.
I know she's very, very happy right now. But I will say this. She will be absolutely delirious for next week's show if Atletico deny Real La Decima. I mean, literally, there will be partying across most of Madrid and across most of Spain and across most of the world. Let's just be honest. If that happens, I mean, absolutely.
There's not many teams who do the Champions League and League double.
Anyway,
where we got what? Bayern Munich, Man United, Barca. It's about the only three I can think of off the top of my head.
Off the top of my head in recent years, those are the main ones. So, yeah, I mean, if they were to pull that off, I mean, it was unlikely that they were going to win the Liga, and they've done that. And then to win the Champions League and deny Real La Decima at the same time. Wow. Talk about. Here's the thing, right? After that, I'll be honest, Diego Simeone will have the key to the city. If he pulls that off.
I like it.
Absolutely fantastic achievement. Congratulations, Atletico.
You know, I've got to say one thing. They were mightily lucky in that game because Messi did score a legitimate goal.
No, he was offside. He was about a yard offside.
No, he wasn't offside.
He was.
No, he
oh
wasn't.
my God! Have you seen the replay? Have you seen the replays? The first angle, he looked level, but then when they showed the reverse angle, it was like, oh mate, he's about a yard off.
No, it was legitimately onside. But
mate, next thing you're gonna tell me Dante's clearance in the German Cup final was legit. We'll get back into that in a second.
I ain't seen that.
Oh, all right, cool. No, all right, no, comparison was there, but yeah.
I just like how when we're going into that point, William Regal's theme soon,
I feel like pulling out the power of the punch on G-Man.
Oh wow.
The brass knucks. No, I'm kidding. But the fact of the matter is, Atletico have done it.
Yeah. As I say, absolutely.
They've won it for the first time since '96, 18 years. So
absolutely amazing achievement. Amazing
18 years of hurt ended in one season. Don't worry, I've got one for you as well.
Don't worry about it. Some teams are still struggling with that one.
Yeah, the tumbleweed. Tumbleweed. But you know what? We do want to ask Irene, as an Atletico Madrid supporter, how good does it feel, and how good did it feel on Saturday to be on top of the world, winning La Liga for the first time in 18 years? How did it feel? Let us know.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, not only winning, but the whole match. It was so epic. I think that the only team in the world that plays a final and in 10 minutes has lost its two best players. Then we get one goal. Other teams would have surrendered or, get depressed or something. But we have as you said, we have the best coach in the world. So sometimes that's more important than best players. Although I think this team is pretty amazing itself. So.
Do you think the powers that be at the club are going to be able to keep that team together for next year?
No, I think we have a real big issue with money. But the thing is, the players. It happened to us before last year. They wanted to take Arda Turan. He was going to go back to Turkey or even to Premier League, and he got offered a lot of money, but he declined the offers. So some players, they've fallen in love with the team and they want to stay.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's the case of Courtois, of the goalkeeper.
No, I hear that. I mean, for me, I've said for a while that Courtois, his best bet is to stay at Atletico as long as he can, because then at least he will get regular game time, and in terms of experience, he will get seasoned, baby. He will end up a seasoned veteran.
Legitimately, I mean, the thing is, he's getting regular game time, week in, week out. arguably facing some of the best forwards in the world. So, in terms of him leaving, I really don't see how that benefits his development. But again, we go back to the money issue, and this is something that has been surrounding Atletico for a long time. I mean, if you look at the sale of Fernando Torres, that's to do with money. Okay, the sale of Sergio Aguero, again, money. Sale of Falcao, again, money. So, this is a team that routinely has arguably their best strikers cherry-picked year in, year out. And, for this season, for them to be able to keep everything together and, as I say, go on to win a historic championship and potentially do a historic double, I mean, amazing achievement. Absolutely amazing. But I think, with Diego Costa due to leave the club, I think he announced to his teammates, I think last week, that he was preparing to leave. And other players gaining more recognition. I mean, I know Arda Turan had a few offers, as you say, last year, but now he's going to have even more offers. And it's going to be difficult, as I say, from a financial perspective to say no to say, I think the potential for the Diego Costa deal is about £25 million or something.
I've heard 32.5.
Well, that's it.
From different sources.
Anywhere upwards of that.
Yeah.
So, if they can, say bankroll something like, give or take, maybe 45, 50 million from the sale of two players to go and try to chip away at some of that debt, it's very difficult to say no. I mean, that's the reason why, for example, Falcao went for so much money. That's the reason why Sergio Aguero went for so much money, and even Fernando Torres. So, I don't see next season how they're going to be able to stabilize that team, because it's a matter of how much money will be available to reinvest, and then who do they go after? Because this is the other thing. I think the difference, with Atletico versus everybody else in La Liga this season, when you watch them play, this is a real team in that everybody is moving as one. Everybody is battling for the cause from the first minute to the last minute. Whereas I think if you break that up, it's going to be difficult to replicate that. It's going to take very, very shrewd activity in the transfer market to try and find the right fit. Because right about now, it's such a tight-knit group that I think, one or two key departures and you're looking at this team potentially turning sideways. I'm not wishing that on them at all. I want them to progress and continue to do very, very well. But when you look at the impact, as I say, financially, the money side of this will begin to talk very loudly, and it has in the past and will continue to in the future.
Yeah, good point. Hey, football clubs are run like businesses, extremely badly run businesses, but businesses nonetheless. Is one of them ones. I mean, but Irene, coming back to you for a second. It's one of them ones. Champions League final in just under a week's time. What's your prediction? Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Madrid derby in the Champions League. How excited are you about it, and what's your prediction?
I am so excited that I'm actually flying to Madrid. I got the ticket as a present because this only happens. I mean, the last Champions League final, I wasn't in this world because it was 40 years ago. So I couldn't miss this one, and Lisbon was really difficult to get tickets. So I'm going to see it in Madrid. And anyway, I think it's the first time in history that two teams from the same city play the Champions League final. Had never happened like from the exact same city. So the whole place is going to be like madness. So I wanted to see that. And the score, what I think is that if Real Madrid scores first, we will win the game. Because it's what happened last year, and it's what happened with Barcelona. When we lose, we get our strength. I don't know why, but I think we are better that way. So maybe another 1-2 would be nice.
It's going to be an interesting final. No matter what happens, it's going to be an interesting final.
And I tell you what I'll be looking forward to. I'll be looking forward to Irene's match report.
Yeah, you got to write a match report. It's one level. Hey, it's going to be an interesting game. It is actually going to be an interesting
And as I said, I mean, if Atletico managed to deny Real La Decima, I mean...
Yeah, another problem we have is that, of course, we lost Arda and Costa. Arda may be okay, not like 100%, but he might be able to play. But Diego Costa, they said he's not playing.
Wow, that's a sledgehammer. Yeah. That's a sledgehammer blow.
Yeah, we are always having to have epic wins or something. There's always struggle, always obstacles. But
I was gonna say, so there was that's going to be a sledgehammer to the Chancellor. I'm not talking Peter Gabriel. I wanna be a sledgehammer.
He's talking about Triple H people.
I was talking about Peter Gabriel, but it's going to be an interesting one. I mean, I personally see Real Madrid taking it. With that,
Yeah, that's a logical thing.
It's just because of Costa. I mean, he's one of the hottest strikers in Europe.
Yeah.
And to not have him, but on the same token, I mean, I'm not saying that Atletico can't do.
No, we won.
I'm not
Chelsea
saying they
without
can't.
him. Yeah, we won against Chelsea without him, only with Villa and Adrian. So.
So it's one of them ones. It's not beyond the realms of impossibility. I love a good underdog story. So it's one that
like
I'm not
dodgeball,
yeah. but the fact of the matter is, it's going to be an extremely interesting final.
No, it is, but you know, I think the flip side of it as well to all of this, as much as we're talking about the importance of Diego Costa, I also think the flip side is this could be something that unites the team even more.
Yeah.
Why not go and win it for him?
There we go.
You know? So for me, I could actually see this going to extra time, possibly penalties, and Thibaut Courtois saves a crucial penalty.
Yeah.
And
He's a big dude as well.
And Atletico deny Real.
Deny
La Decima. And I tell you what, Marco will be very, very interesting.
Yeah.
On Monday morning.
Very much so.
Very, very interesting.
Very much so. One of them was very interesting. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. G-Man, what do you reckon?
Well, I'm just saying, Irene, I'm personally not going to watch the match for you because you know what happens every time I watch Atletico.
Oh! It's really important that you don't watch now. I pay you money if you don't watch.
I try my best not to, but on an honest note, I've said to you in the office and everything that personally I think Real Madrid are going to win. I just think they just got that, you know, X factor, and I think they're gonna. They want this so badly. He's got the experience of winning. He's got the experience of winning this competition, and he wants it so badly, especially when it sounds like his job's riding on it at the moment.
Well, I tell you what it is. It's not necessarily that his job's riding on it. I think it's one of those things where, because managing Real Madrid is such a strange thing. It doesn't matter if you win the league. Okay.
What does it matter?
It doesn't matter.
There
But
we go.
literally, it's a matter of. I honestly feel like if he does win it, he's safe for maybe another year, possibly 2, because of what it would mean.
Hold on to that thought, because that's quite a nice segue. Keep going, sorry, but that's a nice segue.
I think he's safe for another year, possibly 2. Whereas if he doesn't, okay, we're gonna look at the league table. We're gonna say, hang on a minute, how did our City rivals, okay, looking at how much money that they didn't spend, beat us in the league this season? Like, it's bad enough losing to Barcelona anyway in the league, which is, you know, kind of become the norm over the last 10 years or so, right? But to go and then lose the league, okay, to Atletico, it's just like, oh man, it's really not a done thing. So I mean, yeah, they won the Spanish Cup, right? But is that enough for that team? No, right? That team is a team where, realistically speaking, if you're not doing doubles every season, you're out the door. And even if you do a double, you're still out the door.
Even if you do a double,
you're still out the door. So, you know, I mean, let's think about the managers that have won stuff and still had to leave. Like, for example, Fabio Capello.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's been a good few.
Right? I mean, what more did you want from him? But he's still out the door.
Well, when you're spending 100 million, 80 million, respectively, on players, the expectations are going to be unrealistic. Clearly, when you're spending that much on players, you're living in dreamland as it is.
Yeah.
But then the expectations will follow.
So that would be it. And for me, as I say, if Atletico do pull it off, and if the G-Man doesn't watch, and if the G-Man doesn't watch the game, I think literally they'll be dancing in the streets. Everybody will be drunk on really, really good sangria, and
What about Estrella, man? Come on, man. Give a big shout out to Estrella. That beer is nice. No, seriously.
Say that again?
Seriously, that beer is nice.
One more time.
Estrella is nice. I seen it on the advertising hoardings. I'm thinking, yeah, I remember having that beer at Yates in Leicester Square. And that is nice.
I can have me some more Estrella.
So it's like nice. Like, Duval's not bad, but Estrella is nice.
You know what? I do like some Duval. I do.
I like that.
But anyway, let's not be talking about Spanish beer. Let's get back to the football. Anyway, back to the story.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jamie Bailey has a question regarding Atletico. Jamie,
Okay.
how about it before we move on?
Yeah, just wondering. Basically, I was trying to find out what happens to Atletico even if they do win the Champions League. 'Cause I know that they've got this financial problem at the moment. So I was just wondering what happens to them even if they do win the Champions League, and what will happen to them in the future.
Well, we're still waiting. We're still actually waiting to see that because as we mentioned earlier, there is the potential that they may not be in the Champions League next year due to the finances. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. So that's pretty much the only answer we can really give at this stage. Considering financial fair play has already been rendered quite a joke as it is, but you know what? We did, and Irene, thank you for your opinions, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Hopefully, you'll be sticking around for the rest of the show as well. So.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Tremendoso. You mentioned, Jazzy, you mentioned about managers potentially keeping their jobs and potentially losing their jobs dependent on results. G-Man, next result's yours.
Okay, St. Johnston's 2. Now, as we moved on to Saturday, the
Do you want me to do the German Cup final while you get composed?
Yeah, please, because I'm like.
Okay, let me do the German.
No,
He's
I'm
still
jumping
warming.
straight in. You just sit there and humble yourself.
Humble yourself. Humble yourself.
Okay,
He's jumping in
we're here
too
right
quick,
now.
people.
We're here right. We're here right.
Be
now.
right here.
I've been waiting 9 years for this spot. What's the matter with you two?
No, not my dog spot, not my liver spot, but this spot.
Put all voices on.
Give it that sound.
I'm here, baby. I'm here.
He's back, baby.
No. On the real, Saturday the 17th of May, Arsenal 3, Hull City 2. And you know what I gotta say? Pre-match, I was absolutely in awe of the whole environment down at Wembley Way. You know, I was telling you two, I got down there like an hour before that.
Yeah.
2 hours before.
No,
You both.
Yeah, I remember that conversation.
We all linked up. You know, soaked in the atmosphere. The whole fans are absolutely great.
Tremendous, absolutely tremendous.
The Arsenal fans are just terrific. You know,
They were climbing out of woodwork. They were worse than woodworms. I'm just saying.
You know, I'm all over the place right now. I'm just feeling so emotional. So let me just get
It's
into
totes to most
Let
people,
me just
totes
get
to
back to the
most.
match and then let me do all the description stuff afterwards. Because like whole City basically came out the blocks like. Let me try and use a metaphor like Liam.
There's a few you could use.
They just came out the blocks like ravaged dogs, yeah, and you know they just attacked us basically. You sound like DMX.
You don't like me? You want some? Come get some. You don't like me? Bite me. Ricky.
But once again, Arsenal, you know, started off slow. We conceded a silly free kick, in which basically, you know, Catcher Freeman.
Oh God.
Converted the cross, in which
That's an obligatory Boondocks reference, people.
Yeah, I love it. We ain't done one in and we ain't done one lemon in a
in which
while.
Fabianski was unable to get through as the ball swayed its way through a sea of Arsenal and Hull players. And, you know, it was 1-0 within the first 4 minutes. But then four more minutes down the line, Aaron Ramsey wasn't, I think it was it Matty Fratt? I think it was Matty Fratt that got the crossing. Aaron Ramsey was playing kind of loose off him. Matty Fratt done one, like turned to the left, turned to the right, swayed back in on his left foot, crossed the ball. It went across the box. Fabianski was not in no man's land. He put himself in between, put himself in a nice position, but the ball got headed down in front of him and volleyed into the goal by Davis.
Yeah, no. The thing was, right, I remember your criticism of that, and you were saying, why did he palm it out there? Like, literally, there was nowhere else for him to palm it out to. That would have been.
He was stretching,
yeah,
and he like almost collided with the post.
Almost. So,
but seeing the replay though, after seeing the replay, yeah, but initially when you saw it, you just thought, why is he palming
Yeah,
it directly in front?
But the thing is,
but on replay, you're trying to say Messi's goal wasn't offside.
You couldn't push it out because if he pushes it out, it's going right back into the mix anyway.
But Messi's goal was offside.
So he had to.
I said it was offside, yeah,
but it wasn't.
It was.
It was.
It's about a yard off.
It was.
Anyway, back to the Arsenal.
No, go on, Arsenal. Come on, come on.
But anyway, back to the Arsenal. Yeah.
Your moment.
9 years in the making, people.
17 minutes in, Santi Cazorla won a free kick after Steve Bruce's son, who's only in the team because he's Steve Bruce's son, collided with Cazorla stupidly, gave away a free kick, and I've got to say, this has to be my goal of the week because this free kick was absolutely tremendous. Santi Cazorla on his right foot puts it across the goal right into the top left-hand corner.
I have to say that free kick was tasty.
It was techers. It was awesome.
It was tasty. And I will say this, it was a momentum changer. It really was. Because as soon as that free kick went in, look, I'm not going to say that the Arsenal fans or the other Arsenal fans where we were particularly had any strong belief. Okay?
Yeah, the belief went. As soon as you went 2-0 down, a lot of them were like, it's done.
Look, we have to tell the story correctly. When the second goal went in, the only place the G-Man went to was straight to the bar. Say hello to my new friend. But I'm like, you know.
And Nathan was fuming.
Let's do this by drinks.
Shout out to Nathan Arsenal,
Let's
by
do
the
this
way.
by drinks, yeah? We went into the place where we watched the game. He was like,
The Watkins Folly, yes.
he was like,
Take off.
yeah, yo, do you want to drink? I said, no, I'm gonna watch the
Jazzy Fizzle enjoyed being at the Watkins Folly on Saturday.
There was great. There was great atmosphere.
What? Just because he liked to go with big titties? What's the matter with that? What is it? Shh. CBK.
Oh god! Oh my god! Oh, that's terrible. Dude just got dropped right in it as well. Oh god! Oh my goodness! Oh god! Too wrong for too long.
Yeah, if you're gonna say something, just say it.
We try and make this a family show to an extent. But
yeah, right.
So G-Man, yes.
Yeah, but as I was saying, but anyway, like you said, yeah, went straight to the bar after it was 2-0 down because it was kind of depressing in there. I had a long conversation with one Arsenal fan right in front of me, and he was like, "Yo, bruv, just keep calm. We're gonna be in this." Because me personally, I was thinking, you know,
guy as well.
This was gonna be over, and especially when just before Santi Cazorla scored, Kieran Gibbs had to header the ball off the line, and you know, it looked like we were all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, as I said, 2-1 up. Went into the second half after controlling the last bit of the first half, and you know we was in, to be honest, from my point of view, we was in cruise control at this point. That, however, Hull was putting up a good defense.
Yeah, they were resolute, but I mean, in terms of going forward, they weren't really offering anything. I think if I was to try and summarize their kind of performance at that point in the game, almost felt like the first 10 minutes was pretty much everything.
Yeah.
They shot their bolt very, very early on, and then after that, there wasn't really anything else left.
Well, it seemed like their whole game plan changed because it's like we scored the equal. No, we never scored the equal, but we scored that first goal.
Yes.
They thought, Arsenal are now coming out the blocks.
Yeah. Let's just try and hold
now
it
they were
half
just
time.
trying
literally.
to hang on, just trying to hang on, like Liam hangs on to his dingaling. Yeah.
Oh.
So. But.
Those are the views of the G-Man, not me, and that is not true.
And not mine either.
Totally not true.
But anyway,
His ding-a-ling.
On the 71st
Liam
minute,
is playing with his ding-a-ling.
Hey, my hands are here. I'm putting my hands where you all can see. It's one of them ones. My hands are there. It's one of them ones. Hey, my hands are there. Curveball right on the strike one. But anyway,
back to the Arsenal.
But yeah, on the 71st minute from a corner this time.
Terrible.
Koscielny scores to make it 2-2.
Yeah, and I get now this right.
Mental.
This okay. I stole an obligatory OWR, but I mean, look, I was like, this place has come unglued, and literally, right, the ceiling was starting to come off the building. It really was. The roof got raised up just because. All the Arsenal fans were absolutely mental. Mental. This is where the G-Man got his nickname Two Scarves. Literally, because he pulled them both out and he was waving. Honestly, the way that he was waving those scarves, right, you would think that he was a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. And that one's going out to the Section 257 guys, because they don't know what I'm talking about. Waving them terrible towels. But literally, he was waving them scarves. No, terrible towels.
Now go.
But yeah, no. As I say, that really was a turning point. there was a little bit more belief from the G-man. He wasn't actually, you know, driven to the bar to buy another drink at this point. He was actually like, no, actually I need to stay put.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were the one driven to the bar. Hey, got him again.
I went to get another drink. You know what I mean? I went to get another drink.
We went to get an iPhone.
But you gotta remember, I was free down by that time, so like, I just wasn't there. I was
He
like,
sunk his brewskis. Sunk some brewskis. man.
I was just sinking them, just like Aaron Ramsey sinked Hull on the what is it, 109 minute?
Yeah,
but
went to extra time, and for that second half, when Koscielny's goal went in on 71 minutes, Hull City looked like, and big shout out to Elliot Waller and Matt Whitfield as well. Elliot, you didn't come and find us. But anyway,
why you no find us?
But anyway, it was one of them ones where for that last 20 minutes of the match, Hull City were just hanging on. You could see they were just hanging on. They wanted to get to extra time just to
wait a minute
and refocus.
Nah, but
Wait a minute.
You gotta give it.
Rear guard action.
Wait a minute.
It was rear guard action, but you got to give it to them because they were like actually it was a good defensive dispel by them.
No, it was.
Yeah,
it
of course,
was.
I'm not saying it is.
So that's what they originally come there to do anyway. I think if the game wasn't 2-0 after 8 minutes, yeah, and Arsenal got into their stride earlier, that's what their whole game plan would have been, is just try and keep up with Arsenal. But as they got in front, it's like it blew their minds. And when they got the second, it was like, okay, they've never been in this position against Arsenal before.
Well, I mean, it was their first ever FA Cup final. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, it was.
Let's not forget that. But the other thing to say as well, look, it wasn't as if Arsenal were home and dry, you know, getting ready to hoist the trophy. That wasn't the case, okay? There was some really, really alarming moments.
Well, you know, Fabianski, innit, right?
And Koscielny, the two of them together, you know, not quite like Batman and Robin. Was it Mertesacker?
Yeah, Mertesacker. Calamus, he gave the ball away, and you know.
I mean, literally.
Gave it to Sonny Aluko, but when you give it to Sonny Aluko, you know what's going to happen. Luko, no go.
Wow.
So.
Well, I do have.
I mean, what? Yeah, I was gonna say.
No.
What were you saying about Sonny Aluko?
No, I did say that. Well, his sister's a better footballer than him. I did say that, and I did say that if his sister had come on instead of him, she probably would have scored.
No, I hear that.
I know what you alluded to, but no, I'm not going to say that.
No, I know you're not. I know you. But the fact of the matter is, I mean, we saw 4 Stonewall penalties.
Yeah.
I mean, between the three of us, when the G-Man and Nathan disappeared, me and Jesse were like, oh mate, those were Stonewallers.
Absolutely. Couldn't believe
a legit 4 of them. And it's like, wow.
To the referee.
We were actually chanting that between ourselves at one point. 4-0 to the referee. That was living.
Absolutely.
It's not like Probert had the best game. It's not like he had the best game.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
There was some odd ones. There were decisions.
But you know,
we
we can't talk about the decisions that weren't given. We talk about the ones that were. Yeah. And you know, at the end of the day, right?
And talking about decisions, I gotta say, when we talk about decision making, a lot of people say Arsene Wenger's not a tactical manager of late. You know, I've heard some ridiculous things this season, especially from certain Arsenal fans and, you know, pundits out there saying Arsene Wenger, when it comes to tactics, he leaves it too late. He doesn't know what to do. This time his tactics worked perfectly for him. He left.
Well, Sonogo was terrible.
No, wait. He's got a touch of. He might have the touch of. He might have a bad touch. Yeah. Yeah, this is a family show, Lee. He might have a bad touch, yeah, but it's like his impact. The impact of bringing on that second striker, it really helped Giroud, who wasn't really getting any of the ball in.
He was anonymous, more anonymous than Bobby Valentino, but you know.
You might get the ball a lot of times. You might be, and you might not do enough with it. But at the end of the day, you're taking the pressure off the other striker that needs your help.
Oh yeah. Well, Rositzky, I think, came on and made a difference as well.
Yeah.
Wilshere
when they brought them on. And that's the tactics there, because Arsene Wenger waited to the second half of extra time to bring them on.
Yeah.
You get me? When Hull had used all their 3 substitutions, I think within the first half of extra time, they used their final and third substitution, and like they absolutely were out of it. They had no legs. Arsenal brought on 2 fresh players in Jack Wilshere, who was, you know, involved in that last goal, to Aaron Ramsey, and Sonogo, who was involved in that goal. So.
But you know, as hate it or love it is underneath us, I have to say, hate it or love it, Arsenal, you know, in terms of the FA Cup, they're on top.
Well, in terms of the FA Cup, the winners of this match and new FA Cup winners. The first team to actually win the FA Cup in its new casting.
5 times.
All right, Booker G. It's all it was the first team to actually win it with the new casting of the FA Cup. They had made a new cup. Arsenal. So it's one of them ones. And you know what? In regards to Arsenal, you can actually also say this.
That is very true. Very, very true.
I've been waiting over an hour to drop that Bobby.
And you know what else I want to say about this? Okay, for every Arsenal fan, for every shall we say neutral, who criticise Arsenal about not having backbone, not having that bounce back ability,
bounce back ability,
not having the stones, okay, to pull it through in the crunch time.
John Stones. Oh no, that's Chelsea who want John Stones.
In crunch time, clutch time, whatever you want to call it. This victory here goes to show how capable Arsenal are. If anything, okay, I'm being honest with this. As I throw them tees up, the thing that's really disappointing is the fact that it took Arsenal 9 years to wake up and realize this and actually believe in themselves.
It's called building.
Building, 9 years of hurt, gone in one day.
Hey, David Moyes waited 4 years. It's called building.
4 years.
Yeah, he said it's going to take quite a long time for him to build.
Yeah. Man, no, I hear that.
What's he doing? Rebuilding his reputation now.
Oh crap!
No, I'm just saying it. We were building. Arsene Wenger's building. Went from you've seen the project. The project's there in front of you.
What's this Project Runway?
You read the stories week in, week out.
Project Botch is what it was. Project Botch with Moyes and Man United.
And you know what, Jamie? I want to say this. Yes, it did take 10 months. Okay. But your help lasted 9 years. I'll take 10 months over 9 years any day. And twice on Sunday.
But at least. But it was one of them ones. In terms of goals and the FA Cup, Arsenal was.
Well,
it was one of them ones. Not world champion, but FA Cup.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 goals, and the streak is over. So it's one of them.
Yeah, no, congratulations, Arsenal.
Yeah, congratulations.
And you know what else as well? Congratulations to Arsene Wenger, because here's the thing.
Yeah.
He's had so much undue, unfair, unsportsmanlike criticism of his time at Arsenal, right? Not just from, as I say, opposing fans, opposing managers. From his own fans. From his own players. I'm like this. Listen, you lot need to wake up and smell the coffee, yeah? The cafe con leche. Yeah. It's coffee with milk, by the way. But I'm saying this, right? Seriously, okay? You would not be in the position that you are in right now without that man.
Of course. Well, I mean, the fact of the matter is, you look at Yahoo Eurosport from 0 to hero in 111 heart-stopping minutes. You got at Stanford Memes, when does a club lose its big club status? I think it's time we stop talking about Arsenal as a big club. Now they're a joke.
Wow.
And that was after 9 minutes. These first lot were after 9 minutes. At White Curry Lover said, WTF, just check, turn on my TV and see Arsenal 2-0 down. Choke, these jokers will never win a trophy. At RJ_Cam, Arsenal is the definition of choke. At U1E, he said, but really, we can't continue like this. This suffering is too much. #Wenger out. Paddy Power jumped in on this. We'll all be on hoverboards by the time Arsenal win another trophy.
Wow.
Piers Morgan, the most fickle, the most moronic, the most undeserving to support, wear the colours of, or talk about any football team supporter / fan in the world of football. One of the biggest hypocrites rolling in the game, at Piers Morgan on Twitter. He said speechless.
You know what, Piers? Seriously, go and find another day job.
Hold on, because you don't even want to know what he said right at the end. But it's one of them ones. At Pound Yam Daily, #Wenger out if we lose. I've had enough.
Wow.
But Cazorla's free kick started changing the tide. At Oliver K times, superb free kick from Cazorla reduces Arsenal's deficit to 2-1. Only 17 minutes gone, already looking like the best FA Cup final at the new Wembley, which I think we would agree in terms of entertainment. The WWE talk about sports and entertainment, but they haven't got anything on the FA Cup finals. Anyway, moving on though. What's it? At Amy Orr 38 said, I want to dance with Koscielny after he scored the equaliser. At Phil McNulty said, Bruce furious with the free kick that led to Cazorla's goal and unhappy with the corner that brought Koscielny's equaliser. But the fact of the matter is we counted 4 Stonewall penalties during the game. So it's one of them ones. In that regard, if Steve Bruce is fuming, all I can say is this. That's all I could say about that. But Metro _Sport said Arsenal get away with murder as Koscielny equalises in the FA Cup final. Someone got extremely overexcited and ripped their trousers celebrating.
Oh my goodness. At
Alpha Crimson says, look what happened when I celebrated the second goal. I watched the rest of the game with my ball saying that. That's a direct quote. But it's one of them ones where at Colin Udo there was actually a chance quite late on where he said Ramsey and Cazorla just combined to muck up a great opportunity. There was Kieran Gibbs' miss as well.
Oh man.
But once Aaron Ramsey popped up to score in extra time, at True Ferrers, Arsenal best player this season for me, Aaron Ramsey 2014.
Yeah,
he did spell it Aaron, but anyway, leaving that aside. The man at Afcantonito said the man of the season delivers the winning goal to end Arsenal's 9-year trophy drought. What a picture, Ramsey. At U1E, who earlier on had actually said, really, we can't continue like this. The suffering is too much. Wenger out. Guy who said that actually then went on and said, I can't believe I'm actually crying. It's been so long, far too long. So it's one of them. You lot, boy. What are you lot doing? And at Bluebird Luke, once a Bluebird, always a Bluebird. # Ramsey, # Welsh and proud. At Photos Arsenal has said there's only one Arsene Wenger. And Piers Morgan said, number 1, never in doubt. This was after the match. Number 2, always knew Ramsey would come good. And 3, Wenger in. Bearing in mind, this was the man who has trumpeted the Wenger out call to arms since Arsenal lost 8-2 3 years ago. Piers Morgan, son, you're a clown. You need to stop talking football because it seems like the only exercise you get is running your mouth, jumping to conclusions, and boy, just stretching whatever you think is the truth. Son, don't forget
skipping over the facts.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, what I will say to Piers Morgan, the fact of the matter is,
and if I want any crap out of you, I'll pick it out of your teeth.
That's what it is, Piers Morgan. Fact of the matter is, Arsenal, congratulations. The 9-year drought is over, like we've already said, with the Goldberg Nash thing. The streak is over. Bobby Heenan's a difficult man to impersonate.
He is.
Greatest wrestling manager of all time.
And a very, very good commentator as well.
Damn right.
Just want to point that out. Because you know it's from my favorite era, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
But
if I'm to be there to understand things correctly, I think Irene's actually departing. She's leaving, like she's going to dinner. So I think Irene's leaving, so I think we should say bye to Irene.
I think she might have already dashed. She's already dashed. So Irene, thanks for joining us, and hopefully we'll
Muchas gracias.
As well. But sorry, you were saying?
No, that was it. That was all I wanted to say.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? Let's throw out to our Skypers.
Please.
Because Jamie Bailey has very much been of the Wenger out brigade.
Mm-hmm.
Big shout out to Melvin Akins as well, who is still like, you know what? I'll take Wenger for another season, but something does need to change. So he's not changing his opinion.
Which is good.
He's not changing his opinion, which is good to see. But
You know
it's
who
one of them,
Jamie
Jamie Bailey has kind of changed his view.
You know who
because-
I'd really want to hear from?
Who?
Anyas.
Good point.
I would really want to hear from
Oh,
Anyas.
he's been shouting his mouth off on Facebook saying, "Oh, how long since we last won a trophy?" It's like, dude. To which I replied on Facebook, "But is it still Wenger out?"
Yeah.
I don't think he replied to me on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So that kind of tells
And
you.
you know who else I want to hear from? And actually, he's in the Skype chat, so we will hear from him shortly. Mike. I want to hear from Mike Hahnemann, right?
Yeah.
Just because I remember some of the things that Michael
Oh
said.
yeah, he did say about Ramsey on May 11th, about 4 p.m. on May 11th. He was like, you know what? Safe to say I was wrong about Ramsey.
You know?
To which I had to put. Some of us have been telling you that all season.
Yeah.
Curveball ran down the middle, strike one. But seeing as we just mentioned him, Mike Hahnemann, have at it. Your view on the FA Cup: Wenger in, Wenger out, Ramsey in, Ramsey out. What's shaking?
Right, I'm going to say, as I put on that status, I was wrong about Ramsey and 100% in. This season, he's been a totally changed player. He's been different class. He's been just everything I've wanted to see in an Arsenal player. He's been the one player that's been like on his game week in, week out this season when he's been playing.
No, I hear that.
Wenger, Wenger's. I think give him this season. I don't want him long term still. I think we do need to kind of focus on league titles and Champions League and stuff now, not just FA Cups. Because we won it, fair enough, but it is just an FA Cup at the end of the day. We need league titles and whatever. So we need managers that are going to do that and bring back doubles and even going on to United and doing like a treble and things like that as well. But basically, I think give Wenger another season and then move on. Basically what I would have said if his contract was up. Well, if he hadn't signed his contract anyway, it's basically what I would have said this season as well.
No, I hear that. I mean, we've also got Wayne Schumann who wanted to jump in as well.
Yeah, just like I thought it was one of the best cup finals I've seen in a long time. I thought it had everything, that final. As I said, I've heard people over the weekend that saying the second goal shouldn't have stood. It was in the corner, but then, like you guys said, counted 3 or 4 Stonewall penalties. Hull City's free kick should have been 8 yards back from when they scored. So I think overall the game evened itself out really. We just had that better quality than them, and Ramsey's goal for me, goal of the week. But Wenger, I said all along, because no one knows really what's going on at Arsenal in terms of spending money. No one knows if it's Wenger or the board. So if it's the board, then they need to sort it out. If it's Wenger, then he needs to sort it out. And as I said to you, a few weeks ago, if the board give Wenger money, I think he'll be the right man for the job. Because as I said to you, I fear if he goes, we will be another Man United. we will struggle. And that's no offence to United, but we will struggle.
No, I like that you threw that in there. But you know what? I will say this: it's nice that you can say that now that you've actually ended the 9-year drought. But here's the other thing: if we go back just 2 to 3, let's just go back last season. You were not blowing that trumpet at all. So you know what? Enjoy it while you can. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, but I truly believe that if we'd have got rid of Wenger, and even now if we get rid of Wenger, I think that we'll end up, being a team that finishes 6th or 7th. If the board had got, because if it is the board and we got rid of Wenger, got another manager in, say 3 months down the line, he doesn't spend any money, it's going to be the same problem over again.
Well, here's my thing, right? Because there's so many other Arsenal fans that will say, I don't want him long term, all the rest of it, blah, blah, blah. Who replaces him?
Yeah,
right?
you don't want to change a manager for the sake of changing a manager.
Right.
That's the question.
To go, and go cross sports just a minute, right? I think about Arsenal in a similar way that I think about the New York Giants, okay? The New York Giants head coach is Tom Coughlin. He's won 2 Super Bowls, okay? Tom Coughlin, as far as I'm concerned, could be head coach of the New York Giants until he decides he's taking his ball, he's going home, right? There's the same thing with Alex Ferguson at Man United. He could stay as long as he wants, right? When he decided to go home, I said, thank you very much, go and enjoy your grandkids. Literally. because there's nothing else left for him to give. Okay. Now, in terms of Arsenal, so many Arsenal fans forget if it wasn't for Arsene Wenger, okay, you would not be the best club in terms of financial positioning, in terms of, you know, the financial fair play thing. You would not have your brand new stadium, okay? That is, you know, I think is it paid off now, pretty much?
Yeah, it's paid off now. Yeah.
Right. You would not have that. You would not have arguably one of the best youth setups in the whole world.
And he is probably one of the best, if not the best manager we have ever had.
Which is exactly my point. So all of these people that wanted to usher him out the door, I'm like, no, understand something. Yes, there was a 9-year wait, okay? But here's the other thing. If I was an Arsenal fan, I would take that 9-year wait under Arsene Wenger, because each and every one of those 9 years, okay, you weren't quite as close as Liverpool when, you know, the title slipped away. But the point I'm making is,
Don't try it.
I had to do it.
Don't try it, Mr. 7th place. Don't try it.
I had to do it.
How's Channel 5? Wait, how's Channel 5? Oh wait, you ain't even in that.
You're funny guy. But no,
mate, the only way United players are getting into Europe is by P&O ferries. Or Euro.
But no, back to the point I was actually making, which was that in those 9 years, okay, Arsenal were competing on 4 fronts each and every season, and competing very well.
I understand why a lot of Arsenal fans are annoyed, because, you know, he sold our best players and didn't replace them. That's what the problem was. He weren't replacing players that we were selling.
See, now,
he sold Van Persie to United, which just did not make sense. You wouldn't sell your top striker to one of your title rival clubs. Any other club wouldn't have done it. They would have sent them to Madrid or Barcelona or Bayern or somewhere abroad. You know, and that's just a fact. You wouldn't sell your star striker to one of your closest title rivals, and I think that's what a lot of people are getting annoyed at, that he weren't spending the money and he weren't replacing the players.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't look at wider context.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of people are saying, I've seen certain people saying Brendan Rodgers out, and it's like what? Are you stupid? Are you dumb? Are you legitimate? Do you legitimately not see the bigger picture?
Or if we're taking it straight, we say, "Are you dizzy, blood? Are you dizzy, lad?"
There's a lot of people who really do not see the bigger picture of a situation. And
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I have said, you know, I mean, it's being a fan. I've slated Arsenal, I've slated Wenger, but at the same time, I see the picture, and if we get rid of Wenger, I fear for the worst for Arsenal.
You know,
I really do.
And you know what? The flip side of what I was saying is this, right? As much as I say all of that, okay. Even when Arsene Wenger sold your best players, you know what happened with Arsenal? They were still challenging.
Yeah.
So what does that go to tell you?
Well,
the fans wanted that extra bit more. They wanted to see world-class players back at Arsenal, like your Henrys, your Van Persies, your Fabregas. You know, they want to see players like that back at Arsenal.
Yeah, but the fact is, you can't have your cake and eat it. You can't be buying players for 30, 40, 50 million per season and having your club in a great position in terms of youth setup, in terms of how they're set up financially. They're
in terms
stable.
of paying off the stadium.
Look at Chelsea. Yeah. Look at Chelsea. They've got something like a £500 million loan from Abramovich. Anyway, that I don't think they're anywhere near to chipping away to. They're buggered in terms. They're pretty much buggered in terms of financial fair play. They've plunged their own youth development system into the ground. Yeah. And Frank Arneson has said that. That's not even my opinion. Yeah. It's one of them. Was the fact of the matter is
that's not true.
Their club.
Come again?
It was Frank Arneson who said it, and he was head of youth development.
That's Frank Arneson. He's got a chip on his shoulder. That's not true. Their youth development's actually improving, so that's not true.
Well, wait.
Their youth development's improving. They've just won the FA Youth Cup for one. Yeah. They're producing youngsters. They might not be filtering through to the first team. Yeah.
Hang on,
but isn't that the aim? Isn't that the whole point? Yeah, that's the goal.
But that is the aim. Yeah. But in terms of Chelsea, no, wait. It's not irrelevant, because in terms of Chelsea, it will happen eventually when these financial fair play rules actually start sticking. Yeah.
Yeah, but that
will be the only reason why.
Yeah, but that's if they start sticking.
Wait. And Abramovich has already started, spending less money. Yeah. You can laugh.
Yeah, 32 million on Hazard. Yeah, less
Wait,
money.
32 million on Hazard, but he's spending less money. It's
Okay.
fact. It's there. It's
Okay,
facts.
and Schürrle as well. At
Yeah, but he's still spending money,
20
but he's
million,
spending
20,
less.
Don't forget Mo Salah.
20 million to buy back Matic.
And don't
That's
forget
fine.
Mo Salah as well.
I'm sorry,
But
come
look,
on.
their
That
youth
doesn't wash
system,
with
their
me.
youth system.
That's not less.
Wait, underground, their youth system is naturally it's progressing. It's getting better.
Look, I'm saying this: if they don't have a youth player, right, that's come through their youth ranks and then gone into the first team, I ask one simple question: what youth development is there?
Yeah, there's no point, and there's no end goal. It's like Cristiano Ronaldo's first season, no end product.
Yeah, but for now, it's improving. If you know their youth setup, it's improving.
Yeah, but it's one of them ones. Let's see them start filtering through to the first team.
Please.
And let's see Chelsea do that over the long term.
Right. Whereas
they ain't done it so far.
Whereas if you do a direct comparison, say for example to an Arsenal, say for example to a Liverpool, say for example for a Man United,
Which is why I'm kind of surprised to hear you defend Chelsea.
I'm like, what are you talking
they're
about?
improving, that's the
right?
thing.
And it's the same thing with Manchester City. It's literally a carbon copy on a much bigger scale in the sense of right about now they're getting slapped with fines. Why they've not been banned from certain competitions, I don't know. Why they don't have a transfer embargo that says, listen, until you actually start having certain youth players coming up and playing in the first team squad, you're not buying anybody.
Yeah. I mean the whole point of developing players through your youth system is to get them eventually into the first team.
Right, and then
John Terry is a shining example of that. I remember him back in '99 and hearing his name in a League Cup game and thinking, hey, John Terry, because I had a friend of mine called Terry at that time.
Yeah.
I just started taking the mickey out of him.
Yeah.
And then years later, a year or two, couple years later, he started making his inroads. That's what you want.
Yeah.
You don't want one player every decade coming through. Look at where's Nathan Ake? Where's Josh McEachran? Among others, these are players coming up through the Chelsea youth system. Josh McEachran, he had an appearance against Man City about 2-3 years ago now. He looked superb. Then what happened?
But just remember,
Middlesbrough, and he's nowhere near coming back
Yeah,
to
but
the
just
first team.
just
after
remember,
them buying Matic and Schürrle.
Arsenal ourselves. It took us about 5 years before we were getting like the Jack Wilshires, the Gibbses, the Ashley Coles. It
And
took us-
Abramovich has been around a decade.
When Arsene Wenger was building up that youth system,
Yeah.
it took quite a while for the English, especially the English players, to filter
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
And the youngsters, they were buying them overseas. That's what happens.
But
It's one of those.
But Abramovich has been around a decade.
I could understand if Chelsea had, like Newcastle, just left their youth system to go desolate after when Kevin Keegan was there and he said he didn't really want a youth system. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I could understand if that was happening, but that's not happening. They're actually building on their youth system. All right, fair enough. Players aren't filtering through. Fair enough. They spend a lot of money. Yeah, you can complain about them spending a lot of money, but to criticize their youth system when they are actually trying to produce something, I think it's ridiculous.
I'm using Frank Arneson's facts, to be perfectly honest.
And I'm just looking at the amount of young players that have actually come through now, and you're not seeing it. As example, as I say, if you go and you do a comparison to Arsenal have a good few young players that have gone through the academy that are now on the fringes at least.
Well, I'll put it into
Right.
perspective here.
Liverpool, most of their players, right, playing in that team, and especially in defence, have come through the youth academy, right? Manchester United have got players that's come through the youth academy.
Yeah, but let's put it into
I'm
perspective
saying
now,
this: if they can do it, what's the big difference?
Wait, let's put it in perspective now.
Well,
yeah?
it's Abramovich. That's it. because he wants
It's
instant
also
success.
about quality. If we put it in perspective, yeah, Jack Wilshere was one of Arsenal's Youth Cup, FA Youth Cup winning teams. Yeah, he came from that area. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's now 9 years deep, won the FA Cup. Yeah. Now, it's all about quality, producing that quality and get those players up to the standards.
Right.
Now, maybe the players beforehand just weren't good enough. Chelsea's players have just won the FA Youth Cup. They beat Fulham.
Yeah.
And
so you're saying let's wait another 9 years and then have a
but
conversation?
even when
Is that what
Samir
you're
Saw,
saying?
I saw Samir Sawney post on Facebook about it, and he was like, it's a fantastic achievement for them to win it. But how many of them are going to see the first team?
Yeah.
And
but
that,
how many do see the first
but
team?
but that's supposed to be the end goal. If you're
There's only
developing,
one team that's do something magic like that, and that's Man United.
No, but if you're developing players through a youth system, the end goal is to see them in your first team and doing well. Jack Wilshere being an example, Gerrard, Carragher, among others, Flanagan.
Like I said,
being an
money
example.
spending, yeah, you can criticize them producing a youth team. They're actually trying to produce a youth team, and I can't really criticize Chelsea for.
I don't think they're trying hard enough.
Because for me, they have to do
because
more.
from Abramovich,
If
because
you're talking about
Abramovich,
filtering
no,
players,
but
if you're talking about filtering players, that's different from producing a youth team.
yeah, but they should work hand in hand. If you're producing players, you should be producing players to eventually filter into your first team.
Like for example, let's go back to the original point about Arsenal selling, star players.
There's no point me buying orange squash, having water, having orange squash. There's no point me buying orange squash if I'm not going to use it.
But let's go back to the original point of Arsenal selling those star players. Okay, now not all of them are homegrown. Okay,
No, of course
but the point I want to make with it is this: they had their time.
The homegrown rule is botched anyway.
The point that they had their development at Arsenal, okay, where they were brought in for small sums of money, and then sold for by comparison astronomical sums of money.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: if you want to continue in terms of financial stability, okay, you have to bring through these players. That's where the real money is going to come from. Like for example, if you look at when David Beckham went to Real Madrid, right? That's pure profit, pure profit. And the only way you get that is through, as you say, the filtration of those same youth team players that perform so very well. Yes, they may go out on loan once or twice, but the end goal, okay, if it's not for those same players to go and appear in the first team, what are you doing? Right? That's why Joel Campbell's making up all this noise about he can't wait to come back. Because right about now, he has arguably one of the best chances, given his experience that he's had in Europe, to come back and be in that first team or on the fringes of that first team. Especially when you consider Theo Walcott, and his injury history. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, his injury history. Lucas Podolski, his injury history. Serge Gnabry, who found it very, very difficult to get into a wide position, right? And of course, Thomas Rositzky's age. So when you go and use all of those factors, is it really that hard? No, it's not.
Not at all. And Chelsea have got, on a general basis, an aging squad. There are spots that are going to need to be filled.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But you know what? I do want to cut you there because Jamie Bailey's been waiting for a while. He's one of the Wenger out brigade and has been for a while.
Let's hear this now.
It's I just wanted to bring Jamie Bailey in because obviously he went to the parade, and I kind of criticized it a bit on Facebook in terms of, okay, so you've been saying Wenger out for years, but when Wenger actually achieves something and wins an FA Cup, then you're all over it and you're not shooting off your mouth about the Wenger out deal anymore. That's one thing that kind of perplexed me. Like I think you saw that, you guys must have saw that on Facebook as well, where it's like, okay, you can't celebrate a manager's achievements if you've been slating him for years.
Oh no, you can. You can.
Man, that makes you look like you got more faces than Mount Rushmore.
I'm just saying this for all the Arsenal fans that have done it, who happen to have second teams, third teams, fourth teams. I mean, it's not that difficult because they keep doing it.
Jamie Bailey has actually dropped off the call for a sec, so you know what? It is
convenient timing.
Yeah, it is actually as good a time as any to actually move on because we've still got another segment. We've still got another segment that we're going to roll into. That's quite an important one. We've been talking about the future, looking to the future of football, and our next segment is going to tie in with that. But a big shout out, remember to LJA Productions, the New Blood and Digital Video, our official video production partner. Big shout out to at insitu.co. Create, engage, share. Create, engage, inspire. Insitu.co, our official facilities provider. Apparently, Rich.com, simple yet effective web solution to get your company off the ground. And also official SXE, @official_SXE, simply exclusive entertainment as well. Big time shout outs to all of those who make Pitch Talk possible. You know what? It is time for us to switch segments.
But you know what? Before we do that, people, I'm out.
Are you off?
Yeah.
G-Man, take it easy. Give the peeps a wave on YouTube, man. Give the peeps a wave.
You can't do that because now I have to say, everybody, I'll see you next week.
You're off as well.
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't gonna hang around. You ain't gonna hang around for the next seg.
I would love to, but you know what? I'm gonna let Mr. Jamie Bailey take my spot.
Oh my God! Not just any sport, not my dog spot, not my liver spot, but the spot. But you know, it is time for us to switch segments. So we are going to go. Where are we gonna go? Where are we gonna go? Where are we gonna go? Let's see where we're gonna break it down and go. You know what? It is time for us.
That was tremendous.
Yeah, break it down. You know what? It is time for us to swing into. Maybe we're gonna ask. Maybe we're gonna ask someone about something, but we're gonna go straight into.
Funny
And funny moments. Yeah. One of them. One of them. Yep. We're gonna keep rolling. We're gonna keep rolling. I'm on my own now. Well, almost. Almost on my own because Jesse Fizzle's still about. But you know what, yeah. Jose Mourinho trolled on Twitter by Arsenal and Liverpool fans. This is actually hilarious. And it couldn't happen. And it couldn't happen to a nicer guy either. But you know what, yeah. Oh, I actually love this. I actually love it. I think this is tremendous. Yeah, as is depressingly inevitable when famous people take to Twitter, trolls aren't far behind. And we're not talking about them kind of trolls. So when users of the social networking site were asked to put them questions to Chelsea manager Jose Mourinho, the Portuguese manager was inundated. But while the all too often respondents simply hurl moronic abuse in the direction of the famous tweeter, in the direction of the famous tweeter, sorry. In Mourinho's case, there were some brilliantly witty questions for the special one and some enjoyable banter, mostly from what appeared to be Arsenal and Liverpool fans. Whether the Blues boss bothers to address them seems unlikely, but even Mourinho might not be able to stop himself being that happy one again if he takes a look at some of the better ones. Now, the first one was at Hipster Manager. Actually came out with one of them, and he said at Hipster Manager said ask Jose, do you ever get a babysitter or do you just loan your children to Vitesse when you and your wife are on the round? Which is cruel. At Anfield _ talk said, was it disappointing spending over £100 million and finishing third and under your protege, Brendan Rodgers? Ask Jose. Hiten Patel 13 said, ask Jose, if you had to choose between playing beautiful football and parking the bus, how many drivers would you hire? Brilliant. Brilliant. You know that mic's not on right now. Go on, have at it.
You really just trolled me like that?
No, the mic was off.
You really just trolled me like that?
The mic was off.
You really just trolled me like that? But no, it's we the people for the people. Thank you so much for joining the Footballing Revolution. We were working so hard to create, become a fan, become a friend, become members of our groups. And I will see you all next week. Thank you very much.
Right at the end of the tune.
Good night.
Love it. Jesse, catch you next week, brother. But going on with the funny quotes, or at least the funny tweets. At Dudley Patience _ it must be frustrating for you trying to play FIFA when you can't field 10 defenders. Ask Jose. Oh, at Paul Gunning 1 said, when you came to Old Trafford this season, did Jim Bowen greet you off the bus and say, let's have a look at what you could have won? Ask Jose. That's such a living. from at LFC Vine, not an official Liverpool Vine. Rate this. Ask Jose. Rate this goal out of 10, and he put a link, and there's a link to Luis Garcia's ghost goal. That is cruel. Rate it out of 10. Oh my god. Oh, that is cruel. At Sabrina_Arsenal said, ask Jose, there are rumors that these three are potential summer targets. Will you confirm? And it's a picture of 3 blue buses. That is cruel and a half. Oh, he's back. At I did see it said, ask Jose, do you think you'll ever get a chance to manage a big club in England? That's terrible. At Limpar33 says, if you manage to get sacked twice by Mr. Abramovich, would you consider it a tactical masterclass? Ask Jose. And the last one, at tag1403, ask Jose, is it ever your fault? I love it. I love it. That is tremendous. Oh, that is actually tremendous. Oh, has anyone else got any funny quotes or moments from this week? Go on, Tom Wood, how about it?
Yeah, I was watching a video on the BBC website. It was one of Lewis Holtby taking out Howard Webb in a Legends match. It was Tottenham.
Oh yeah, Ledley King's testimonial. Yeah,
and
Ledley King's
Holtby took out Howard Webb and he got booked. He's like started laughing when he got taken out. He died for like a laugh.
But it was a great tackle.
Yeah, it was a good tackle, but he died for it, didn't he?
Oh my
So he
god,
booked him.
that was brilliant. I love that. Oh, I love that. It's one of them ones. If anyone else has got any funny quotes, tweets, and moments, let us know. But let us know what you thought about Ask Jose. I mean, we had Ask. I mean, it's one of them ones. We had Ask Carrick, which was hilarious for a number of reasons. We had Dare to Zlatan, which was brilliant, and Ask Jose, him getting trolled. That is fantastic. Oh, I've seen that Patrice Evra joining Burger King thing. There's actually a Patrice Evra lookalike working at a Burger King somewhere. It's tremendous. It is actually pretty funny. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's tremendous. It's tremendous stuff. Wayne Schumann, have you got a funny quote, tweet, or moment?
Yeah, I saw a couple of pictures on Facebook the other week, and there was one that showed you Gerrard slipping over and Mourinho pulling the title away from him. I thought that one was pretty funny. And there was another one, and it was 2 bananas, and it says Steven Gerrard's new boots for next season.
Oh, them ones are old, dude. We're talking about this week.
No, they were only on Facebook last week.
Mate, them are the memes that have been going around for a month. But anyway. I mean, Tom Wood, you've got a couple, yeah?
Yeah, these were from the 12th of May, though. It was from a girl called Faye on Twitter. She put, why isn't Suarez in the England squad for World Cup? I swear he's top goal scorer in the Prem.
Wait, hold on. Repeat that for me.
Why isn't Suarez in the England squad for World Cup? I swear he's top goal scorer in the Prem.
I was actually mocking in terms of the repeat, but it's one.
And there was another one from a girl called Hannah. She put, gutted Liverpool didn't win the league. Hopefully they can win the World Cup over the summer, though.
Yeah, I saw that one. That's
and
one I saw.
There's another one from a girl called Emily_Blondie_X. How is Bow not in the England squad?
You know what that was when you think to yourself, good gravy. You know, those are the kind of tweets from people that I think the people who posted them are either mocking or they shouldn't be allowed to breed. It's one of them ones, because idiot plus idiot equals larger idiot. Or in my personal opinion, idiot plus opinionated plus football equals Piers Morgan. But anyway, that's just me. That's mad. Oh, that is mad. But you know what? It is one of those where it is time for us to pause, because we got a couple. Oh my God, we've got a couple of quite funny stories in What's Up with that. Couple of funny ones. And you know what? it is time, baby. It's time, baby, for us to get seasoned up in here. We got time. We got time. But you know what? It is time for us to go into. If I can find it. It is time to go into.
What's up with that?
You what? You what? You what? You what? Yeah, it's one of them ones. It's one. Big shout out to Spoonface, by the way. For you what? You know, I got a couple of texts in, actually from Big T as it happens. Fulham's chairman has blamed relegation this season on them removing the statue of Michael Jackson that he put up. At least he didn't blame it on the sunshine. Big T! I'll throw them T's up just like we did earlier. Oh my god. Liverpool are proud to. Oh my god. Liverpool are proud to announce that they have discovered a natural spring under the Anfield pitch. They're bottling it. Big T, you're terrible. You know, I take back throwing them T's up. You're terrible. You be terrible. All I can say is, yeah, to that particular joke, Big T, all I gotta say is.
I don't know what the hell is going on here. Wait a minute. But I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But I don't like it.
That's all I gotta say. Just like the Arsenal fans were saying that at 2-0 down. But anyway, what's up with that? Atletico Madrid will have to wait to be presented with the La Liga trophy because the head of the Spanish FA is traveling. From 18th of May 2014. Atletico Madrid may have ended their 18-year wait to win the La Liga title, but they were not allowed to lift the trophy because the head of the Spanish FA was traveling. There were wild celebrations at the Nou Camp on Saturday night after their 1-1 draw with Barcelona secured them the title they were after, but only one thing was missing, the La Liga trophy. The players were not able to celebrate with the La Liga trophy because Spanish FA President Javier Tebas could not make it to the game. It was revealed before the game by Antena 3 TV that Angel Maria Villar was away and therefore could not present the victorious team with the trophy. Now Atletico will have to wait until the first day of next season to be presented with their prize. If they win the Champions League on Saturday, then they may put on a double victory parade with only one trophy. Simeone was in good humor after the game, and when asked in his press conference about it, he replied, "No problem, we'll get hold of it soon. Once we do, no one will be able to take it out of our hands." You know what, yeah? The fact of the matter is, you couldn't plan your holiday till after the trophy presentations? What is up with that? Could you imagine if that happened over in England? Mate. Ugh. Well, it's disgraceful. How can you plan your holidays and, like, the season isn't even finished yet? Come on. That's like having holidays at school during term time. Oh, my God. Utterly stupid. Utterly stupid. But do any of the Skypers want to jump in on this? Do any of the Skypers want to jump in on this? Because if you do, let me know if you want to. But the fact is, it's just absolutely mad. I just don't get it. I just really don't get it. The powers that be, you'd think that they plan things better. But anyway, powers that be. This was one that I've been waiting all week to read, actually. France coach Deschamps sues Nasri's girlfriend over insult. From May 16th, 2014, France coach Didier Deschamps sued the girlfriend of Manchester City midfielder Samir Nasri on Friday for insulting him on Twitter. She went raw. Deschamps' lawyer told Reuters that his client had filed a legal complaint for public insult against Anara Atanes for messages she posted after Nasri was left out of the French Provisional World Cup squad. Deschamps cited as reasons for not choosing Nasri that he was not performing well enough and that his behaviour could weaken team spirit during 6 weeks together at the tournament in Brazil. As he says himself, when he is not one of the starters, he is not happy, and I can assure you that it shows that others in the group feel it. Deschamps told TF1 television. Nasri, who missed the 2010 World Cup when former coach Raymond Domenech left him out of the squad, helped Manchester City win the Premier League title this month. Atane's rant is quite something. She said, she actually said, F France and F Deschamps. What an SH, you can finish that, manager. And she followed that up by saying, in case you didn't read my tweet properly, I'll repeat myself. F France and F Deschamps. So it's one of them ones. I mean, the reason behind her rage, she said that the reason behind her rage was, let's just get this straight. I'm not mad. I get my BF for 2 months. I just think there's a level of respect to be had. She said that on May 13th. And Atanes moved to clarify her comments. She said, I apologize if I offended anyone from France. My tweets were not aimed at the nation as a whole. And she said that on May 14th. Whether that will ward off Deschamps' legal action remains to be seen. You know what, yeah? You know what? If any of our Skypers want to jump in, let me know. But the fact of the matter is, you can't go around talking smack about people like that. F France and F Deschamps and saying that he's a crap manager, literally crap. That is one of them ones. All I can say, what I will say is this. Wives and girlfriends, football is really nothing to do with you. You may be dating a footballer, but unless you study the game and you follow the game, you're best off keeping your mouth shut, because you'll end up landing yourself in hot water. I mean, it's one of them was, to some people, including guys like Piers Morgan, you gotta say this, and also Nasri's girlfriend, you gotta say this.
And if I want any crap out of you, I'll pick it out of your teeth.
You gotta say that to some people. You gotta say that. You gotta honestly say that to some people, because it's one of them ones. It's terrible. It is legitimately terrible. Wow. Right. One of them. Any of our Skypers want to jump in? All right. Seems like our Skypers don't want to jump in. But you know what? It is one of them ones. I'm having fun listening to his tunes. Ras Yalap and Tamor Zadeh. It's one of them ones, you know, the original mix. I love this tune. I'll give you a bit of it. Yeah. This is Monday night. Pitch Talk Live. You know it's Pitch Talk Live. Gotta love it. Absolutely gotta love it. But you know what? It is time for us to pause that particular track, because we're in the home straight of the show. So, our final segment, as usual, didn't do it last week, but of course we're going to do it this week, because it is time for...
Stuff of the week.
Hey! Yeah! It is Pitch Talk Monday night, every Monday. Big shout to everyone who talks in Skype and also on FB and Twitter. Every Monday night we give shout outs, cause we're talking football. We go over so much. The other two guys, G-Man and Jesse Fizzle, had to leave a touch early. Leaving me on my Jack Jones. It's Monday night. This is Pitch Talk. Yeah. A big time shout out, of course, to Big T on Twitter, of course. And of course, yeah, man, with the Skypers here, I'm never on my own, so it's all good. It's all good. Just commandeering the show is a pain. Oh, it is one of them ones. I could jump between a couple of mics now. It's one of them ones, not Mike Horniman's, but microphones. I could jump to this one. I could jump to that one. But big shout out actually to a friend of mine, Kirstina S. At Kirstina1 on Twitter. Big shout outs. You might be a Man United fan, but big shout outs. I remember Louis Van Gaal was actually taken over as the new Man United manager with Ryan Giggs as his assistant. So thought I'd mention. But actually that's not actually a bad idea. Singing my stuff for the week. That's not a bad idea. But you know what? Stuff of the week. Let's go for goal of the week first. And my goal of the week. My goal of the week. Van Persie against Ecuador. Superb finish. Honourable mention to Santi Cazorla's free kick. Tom Wood, who you going for? Goal of the week.
I've got to go for Ryan Reynolds over a kick against Burton.
Yeah. Mike Horniman, who are you going for?
Yeah, I'm going to give mine to Santi Cazorla. I think that the goal itself was a really good goal anyway, but what it meant to get us back in the game, that's my goal of the week. And Jamie said that he'd give his to Koscielny, I guess, for similar reasons, to get it back onto level terms as well.
I hear that. Wayne Truman, who you going for? Goal of the week?
I was going to say Ross Barkley's goal last weekend for Everton.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great goal, great finish. But I'm going to have to say Aaron Ramsey. I know Cazorla's goal was good, but Ramsey's goal, the technique and everything to strike that the way he did, was an amazing goal. And it was worthy. It was a goal worthy of winning any game.
I hear that. Russ Vernon, who you going for? Goal of the week.
Well, for this week, he's going to be Robin Van Persie. But for last week, when we didn't do it, we were watching a match from the MLS, New York Red Bulls, Chicago on Fire, finished 5-4 Chicago on Fire. And Patrick Merak for the Chicago on Fire scored a fantastic goal on the wing, first time, straight into the back of the net.
I hear that. You know what? Let's roll on to player of the week. Player of the week is one of them ones that's gonna be kind of mad this week. You know what? Player of the week. I am going to give player of the week to Aaron Ramsey, and the reason why I'm going to give it to Aaron Ramsey is because, you know what? He had a lot of people, including our very own Mike Horniman in the Skype chat. He's had a lot of people this season at the beginning of the season, really get on his back, say he's crap, he doesn't deserve to be playing for Arsenal. And you know what? He scored Arsenal's last goal of the season. And he scored a goal that basically means for Arsenal that it's one of them ones, because it meant that much for Arsenal. Gotta give it to Aaron Ramsey. Gotta give Aaron Ramsey player of the week. So it's one of them ones. Tom Wood, player of the week.
I've got two this week. First of all, got to give to Ross Barkley for getting in the World Cup squad, and Corey Woodrow for getting in the England under-21 squad.
No, good stuff. No, very, very good stuff. Mike Horniman, who are you going for? Player of the week.
Right. I'm going to agree with you and say Ramsey as an honourable mention, but I think I'm going to give it to Kieran Gibbs because 2-0 down, and he basically saved us there. He was all over the place. Like,
He did
was
miss an
literally-
absolute sitter as well, though.
Yeah, but he had 2 cleared off the line, one in the first half and one at the end as well.
I'm not denying
and
that. Yeah.
Towards the end, he was injured as well. He was getting injured, and he still managed to get back. And obviously, that would have sent it into penalties as well. So
Yeah, no, I hear that. Ross Vernon, who you going for? Player of the week?
For me, Liam, for honourable mention to Aaron Ramsey, and an honourable mention to Kieran Agard for his performance for Rotherham against Preston. But for me, it's Lewis Cook of Leeds United, playing for the England under-17s and the under-17 championships over in Malta. Brilliant performance yesterday against Portugal in a 2-0 win for England, and he played well against Turkey last Monday as well in a 4-1 win for England, which is after that win against Portugal yesterday, which was in the semi-finals. We're now into the final on this coming Wednesday against Holland. So Lewis Cook and Aaron Ramsey, you're our players of the week.
Good shout, good shout. Wayne Schumann, player of the week.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you to say Aaron Ramsey.
I hear that. I can already guess the reasons. But it's one of them ones. At least after his injury and after all the trouble he's had, Aaron Ramsey can say,
I'm back, baby.
so it's one of them. But you know what? Let's go for. We've done player. We've done goal. Let's go for team of the week. Team of the week, Atletico Madrid. Comfortable. It's pretty comfortable for me. Atletico Madrid. So team of the week, Tom Wood. Who you going for?
Even though we didn't get to the final, but I'm going for Southend as they've played really well this season.
No, good shout. That's a very good shout. Wayne Schumann, team of the week.
Gonna have to say Arsenal being 2-0 down in the cup final and coming back and winning 3-2.
I hear that. Pointing those guns inwards. I hear that. Mike Harneman, have you got a team of the week?
yeah, I'm going to agree with you and say Arsenal there as well, Wayne. But I'm also going to throw in an honourable mention to Cambridge as well for getting back up into the Football League.
No, good shout, good shout. Team of the week, Russ Vernon, who you going for?
Honourable mention to Rotherham United. Honourable mention to Cambridge. Honourable mention to Arsenal. But for me, the England under-17s for getting to the European Championships final against Holland, which is this coming Wednesday.
I hear that. You know what? Let's swing into flop of the week. Let's go into flop of the week. Skypers, who are your flops of the week? We're gonna flip-flop this. A touch. Because I'm gonna end with mine because I've got a little something to end with. Mike Harneman, you got a flop of the week?
I'm gonna probably have to go with the FA on this one. Well, you've seen it, Liam. The Jack Wilshere thing at the parade yesterday, where the chant he started, obviously being an Arsenal fan before he was playing for us and that as well, saying that they're going to fine him for that and put him into all sorts of trouble for that. I don't see what the big deal is. I think he's an Arsenal fan. He's an Arsenal man. It's the FA.
You know what? I would actually say that is actually a touch unfair. That is actually a touch unfair because it's one of them ones. It's just one of them ones where you've got to look at it. Imagine you were a parent. Let me just say this. Like when I heard the FA were apparently taking action, I wasn't surprised because professionalism has to be maintained. You're representing a brand. Now, it's just like someone being a part of Tesco and writing Sainsbury's or SH whatever on someone's Facebook wall. It's bringing the company into disrepute because you're representing a company. No matter whether people like it or don't like it, it's irrelevant. Football teams are companies. They're brands now. So for me, it's one of them ones. I personally don't really have a problem with it. I think it's banter, but at the end of the day, I can see why the FA would charge him because it is inciting. Well, it's basically anti-Tottenham. It's inciting people. It's inciting negative behaviour and people being silly. Now the fact of the matter is, imagine you were a parent and you had a child who idolized Wilshere, would you want to see, say you were in the parade, would you want to see your kid, would you want to see Jack Wilshere swearing in front of your kid and encouraging others to swear as well? I'll leave it as that. So there's two sides to it. I said personally, I don't really have much of an issue with it. But at the end of the day, if I was a parent, I'd have an issue with it. So it's one of them. So it's one of them ones. So there's both sides. There is both sides. There is both sides to it. And you know what? Yeah, there is the whole Richard Scudamore thing, which we are not neglecting. We are actually not neglecting that, but we're waiting for the outcome of it before we really delve deep into it, because there's a lot to that Richard Scudamore thing. Russ Vernon, who are you going for flop of the week?
I haven't thought of one yet, Liam. If you come back to me after you've done tomorrow, Wayne, please.
Cool. Tom Wood, flop of the week.
Well, I've got three. I'm going for Burton's manager Gary Rowett after saying harsh remarks about Phil Brown behind his back. 2, Burton for diving all over the place, and 3, the referees, but we've had in both semi-finals.
He's giving it the referees. That's tremendous.
You don't know how shocking they were. We should have had a few penalties in the first leg.
Well, I was gonna say Arsenal could have that complaint as well, but we brought it up already. Wayne Schumann, who are you going for flop of the week?
You know what I was going to say? As much as it was a great cup final, I was actually going to say the referee.
Yeah, I can't blame him.
Because he got so many decisions wrong that day.
But then again, Arsenal weren't brilliant. Arsenal in that first 10 minutes, like a lot of the Arsenal fans we were with after doing our interviews on Wembley Way, we were in the Watkins Folly pub. Big shout out to that pub. We were in there, and a lot of those Arsenal fans were of this mindset. Where are you? A lot of Arsenal fans were like that after the first 2 goals went in.
But can I just say that my other flop of the week was Liverpool last week for not winning the league.
9 years. You better just hope that drought doesn't go another 9 years. And let's see if you can sustain a title challenge past March.
But my final flop of the week is Liam's singing.
Now, see, you know what? Yeah, you know what? It's one of them ones. With Arsenal and their title challenges post March, it's always a case of
Life sucks, and then you die.
It's always the way. It's always the way. It's always the way. But the fact of the matter is, I'm gonna ask Russ Vernon, your flop of the week.
Yes, for me, Lee, my flop of the week has got to be Preston North End, because they played Rotherham. They had a brilliant chance to go to 2-0 up before Rotherham got back into the game last Thursday. They didn't take it. Rotherham went and punished them. And if you're listening, Kerry Fitzgerald, which I doubt you are, but I'll send you a link to a podcast. Kerry, enjoy League One next season while Rotherham are playing the likes of Leeds. And yeah, you're a Preston fan. Hope you enjoyed the defeat on Thursday. So, and your team get my flop of the week this week. So Preston North End.
I hear that. Yeah, that's quite a funny one. Mike, you want to bring that one up? That's quite a funny one, actually.
Yeah, it's another thing which I actually saw on your guys' wall earlier. It was about the girl
from Bentall.
I think it was a supermarket checkout girl or something like that.
Oh, she's a worker at Bentall, in Bentall Shopping Centre, I think it was.
Okay. And she was talking to one of her co-workers about John Terry, and John Terry and his wife or girlfriend or whoever it is, were basically standing, but well, I think it was the girlfriend who overheard it first, and then John Terry obviously was told about it as well. She apologised, and obviously it got taken to the manager and she got suspended.
All I can say is if John Terry's never region's hurt, get some Vagisil. Is one of them ones. But at the end of the day, hey, you see the politically correct world we live in. See, this is the thing. See, you said you had no problem with the wheelchair thing, but then you look at the thing with John Terry, and I think it was Tony Terry, John's wife, who actually overheard the conversation, and it's a case of this woman has been suspended for her comments about John Terry, but then Jack Wilshere.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But
I don't agree with that personally either.
Yeah. But then you got Jack Wilshere.
I'm not agreeing with the other.
It's mad. It's just a mad one. It's just an interesting one. She got suspended straight away and made to apologise, but people are complaining that the FA are coming down on Wilshere. That's what I'm saying. It's weird. But Tom Wood, you've got a fact about Arsenal.
Yeah, right. It was like 9 years since my granddad died on the 1st of May, so it's basically a fact a bit around about Arsenal, and he was an Arsenal fan. So that's around about this sort of time. It was 9 years since my granddad died, and Arsenal finally won a trophy. And they did it through.
Oh, crap. Oh, as well as them. Oh, that's tremendous. Right. Don't really know how to take that one.
It's not a joke.
I thought it was. Bloody hell, that's
No, it's actually true.
Yeah.
It was 9 years on the 1st of May, 3 days after my birthday.
Bloody hell. Oh. That's one of them ones said, no, it's at least Arsenal won it for it. But you know what? It's one of them ones that my flop of the week personally, Richard Scudamore definitely gets honorable mention. But it has my flop of the week just has to be Piers Morgan. Because at the end of the day, Piers Morgan, I said, the most fickle, the most moronic, the guy who loves to talk smack. He said Wenger out after the 8-2. This guy has more faces than Mount Rushmore when it comes to Wenger in or Wenger out. So I'm gonna have to go Piers Morgan, especially him saying, "Oh, always knew Ramsey would come good." Oh, Wenger in. No, I'm sorry. This is my personal opinion, not the view of Pitch Talk, its subsidiaries or sponsors. Fact of the matter is, this is my personal opinion. Piers Morgan, when it comes to football, you, my friend, are a clown. You shouldn't even be talking football. Go and do your live story show and leave us football fans alone and stop talking smack. The guy's a clown. This guy is a clown. I said more faces than Mount Rushmore, and with Piers Morgan, it is definitely a case of, in terms of Piers Morgan's footballing opinions, whether on Twitter or otherwise, I would say this.
And if I want any crap out of you, I'll pick it out of your teeth.
Him and Jose Mourinho, the two biggest hypocrites in the world of football today. Quote, and you can quote me on that. I'm straight shooting LJA, and that's my flop of the week this week. But you know what? It is time for us to start vacating the place with a haste, because people, I will say, see you later. But you know what? It is one of them ones where we must pause that particular track, because it is time for us to move and groove. And also a big shout out to Bayern Munich, who won the German Cup final. Dante's goal, there needs to be GLT introducing German football, because Dante's clearance, that was a goal. I've actually got photo evidence to prove it. But you know what? It is time for us to say goodbye. But it's time for...
Hi, I'm John Sitton, and I'm here with Gavin, Liam, and Gerald on Pitch Talk.
The football talk show that pulls no punches and holds back nothing on opinions.
Hello, I'm Rob Russ. My name is Christian Carambeu.
I'm grassroots coach Manisha Taylor.
Hi, I'm Matt Hodgson, director of the 4-year plan, and you're listening to Pitch Talk, the only place to get your Monday night footballing fix.
Make sure you join the revolution.
The pitch is where we eat.
The pitch is where we sleep.
And the pitch is where we talk.
I'm Andy Copeland from the Glennet Southern Amateur League.
Philip Wick, I'm CEO of 14.
Rob Lusher, former chairman of Ibis FC.
I'm Samir Swanee, co-founder and co-director of Motivate Sports and Fitness.
And you're listening
to Pitch Talk.
Yeah, it's one of them ones. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, straight shooting LJ, the G-Man and Jesse Fizzle have today proudly brought to you the football talk show that pulls no punches and holds back nothing on opinions, because the pitch is where we eat, the pitch is where we sleep, and the pitch is where we talk. Every week, it's good to say. I'm back, baby. It's tremendous to say that every single week. But you know what? The fact of the matter is we need your help, everybody's help, from the Skypers, the tweeters, the Facebookers. We need everyone's help to spread this footballing revolution. Remember, www.pitch-talk.com is our official website where you can find everything out about Pitch Talk. YouTube.com/Pitch Talk for all of our videos. Facebook.com/Pitch Talk. Become a fan, become a friend, become a member of the group. Join the footballing revolution we're working so hard to create. MySpace.com/Pitch Talk. PitchTalk.blogspot.com or .co.uk to find blogs by yours truly, Straight Shooting LJA, the G-Man, Jesse Fizzle, Russ Vernon, Mike Harneman, Jamie Bailey, and also Dave Meir, aka at Meir C, also Big T, aka Thomas Hewitt, among others as well. Remember, youtube.com/Pitch Talk for all of our videos. Oh my word. Also, twitter.com/Pitch Talk or at Pitch Talk on Twitter. Tweet with us, follow us. See what we are up to. You know what? Pitch Talk 1 on Skype. And also 07535804466 is our mobile number. You know what? It's one of them. Was big shout out to Chris Bullock of Kick for Life. Check out kickforlife.org, facebook.com/kick4life, the number 4, and also at Kick4Life on Twitter as well. It's one of them. Was big shout out. It's one of them was, right? Big time shout outs to Samir Sawney of Motivate Sports and Fitness, motivatesportsandfitness.com. Also at MotivateSF on Twitter and Facebook.com/Motivate Sports and Fitness as well. Big shout out to Sophie and Rachel of Girls on the Board, our resident women's football aficionados. Big shout out to Scotty the Rabbit as well. At Girls on the Board on Twitter, www.girlsontheball.com and Facebook.com/GirlsOnTheBall. Big shout out to Ibis Football Club as well, who have their end of season due at the end of this week on the same day as the Champions League final, the 24th. You know what? It is one of them. It is one of them ones where it is time for us to vacate the place with a haste. Remember, I've been Straight Shooting LJA on behalf of the G-Man and Jesse Fizzle. We throw them teas up for Big T. We say also a big thank you to Irene Vanilla, who joined us for the very first time, along with Chris Bullock of Kick for Life as well. It's one that was very happy Atletico Madrid fan. It's one of them ones. But you know what? It's time for us to make a dash, but not without saying a big shout out to Kirsten Ayres as well, at Kirstina1 on Twitter. You know what? Big time shout outs to everyone. It's time for us to say thank you very much. Good night.